It's the start of the 2018 high school football season here on Spanish 4 Community Network, and tonight we are at Maple Mountain High School, where it's the visiting WoodsCross Wildcats who have made the trek down from Region 5 to take on the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. Great to be with everybody tonight. Let's take a moment though and let's thank our sponsors for making this broadcast and all of our broadcasts possible throughout the high school football season. We have the Tony Basso Auto Group, Lance Wilson State Farm Insurance, MVP Sports, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Two Jacks Pizza, McKell, Christiansen, and Wise Attorneys at Law, and then Prime Mortgage Lending. As we get ready, Maple Mountain taking the field, and this should be a great one. Great to be with everybody. I'm Ryan Pickens alongside
Andrew LaRose.
As we get set and ready to go, Chris Hurst is out of town. He'll be back with us, though, next week here on Spanish Fork 17. But let's talk quickly here before kickoff. Both of these teams trying to continue to build. Maple Mountain coming off of a season that nothing really went the Golden Eagles' way, 0-10. WoodsCross coming in 7-5 last season. Both bring back senior quarterbacks who might have the key to their offense this year.
Absolutely, Ryan. It's going to be an exciting battle. Obviously, Maple Mountain looking to start off strong here with their senior quarterback, Cam Dorney, who got some great experience last year as a junior, particularly near the end of the season. But he will be up against a really tough opponent here in WoodsCross, and will be battling another senior quarterback in Karsten Nagel, who was phenomenal in the last couple of games of the season for WoodsCross. Definitely a powerhouse team. So this will be a fun matchup here for the Golden Eagles.
It'll be interesting. Back deep to receive for WoodsCross, Sam Stone, and number 2, Braden Freestone, to the top of your screen at home. Getting ready to kick it away here for Maple Mountain. It will be number 21, Clay Dean, the senior kicker. We are just about set and ready to go for high school football here on Spanish Fork 17. The Dons are on the road tonight up in Logan taking on Ridgeline, and we are set and ready to go. High school football just about underway. As Dean approaches the ball, we are set and underway with a low line drive kick that will go deep into the end zone, and back deep was Braden Freestone, and that will come out to the 20-yard line for the WoodsCross Wildcats, who are coming off of that 7-5 season, and they're led by Karsten Nagel. Nagel last season, 140 completions for 1,500 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. And really, when you talk about this offense, Andrew, you're going to see multiple sets. So really, it's going to be interesting to see exactly how many different sets we see.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. As an offensive coach, you obviously want to mix up the looks that you're going to see for the defense. Definitely give yourself some different personnel. Give yourself an opportunity to give the defense a little bit of fits here. And hopefully, for at least WoodsCross, they're definitely looking for a scoring drive here on the opening drive of the season.
Justice Samalu, the running back to the right there of Nagel, will call his name quite a bit here. And on the first play of the game, it will be Samalu trying to get outside. And Samalu breaks into the secondary. He's going to have a first down and more out to about the 38-yard line. And it takes one play for WoodsCross to really show exactly how good that running game can be.
Absolutely. Samalu definitely looks like a big, powerful running back. And that was a great play there. He actually was able to break up a couple tackles there on the big run. Definitely establishing the run game nice and early for them.
Bo Oberhansley coming up limping, coming off the field on that one. Late getting a substitution on was Maple Mountain, but it's first down and 10 here for WoodsCross at the Maple Mountain 38-yard line. Once again from the shotgun is Nagel. They'll split Samalu back out there. Now a flag flies, and I would imagine we'll see a procedure call. But we'll see here the first time we'll stop the game tonight for a penalty here with 11:36 to play in the first quarter. And it looks like they're gonna wave the penalty flag, says our head referee tonight wearing the white hat. And now we'll get ready to go again. First and 10, WoodsCross. Nagel the throw for the first time, has some Samalu out there in the slot, and a catch made there. Or Samuelu, will make the catch, and he'll pick up about 8. And that's a big part of their offense is going to be, can Maple Mountain come up with a way to control Justice Samuelu tonight?
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. This is a very talented running back.
High snap up over Nagel. He will fall on it back at around the 25-yard line, quickly being chased, however, by number 69. That was Cameron Simmons, and also Caden Crowther, one of the big players for Maple Mountain. He's the leading tackler for this team, coming back at that middle linebacker spot. Could definitely be that that vocal leader in the middle there.
Oh, he's a big X factor for the defense, and you get a play like that, that's a huge boon to the defense, as that really backs up the offense and puts you in a favorable position to get a 4 and out here.
Nagel back to throw, looking deep, has a man one-on-one and beat over the top, but he threw it incomplete, looking for number 88, and that was Tucker Goodfellow, one of the key players to watch there, one of the newcomers on the outside right there, and he had a nice one-on-one. He had a step on the corner too.
He really did. It was a well-run route, just a little bit overthrown there by Nagel, but man, that was a great shot, and it shows the capability that Nagel has as a quarterback, and also shows the diversity of the routes that are going to be able to run here tonight. So yeah, definitely a good play, a nice shot. They're going to have to get big chunk yardage here.
And on 4th down and 22, WoodsCross looks like they're going to go for it here, or at least line up to go for it. And I think it's got Maple Mountain a little bit. Now Nagel will take a couple steps back, so watch for the punt here from Nagel, and he will punt it away from about his own 19-yard line. Takes a nice WoodsCross bounce inside the 40 to inside the 30 to the 29-yard line, where Braden Freestone will down the ball, and Maple Mountain with good field position for their first drive of the game. And you talked about it in the open, the importance of Cam Dorney to this Maple Mountain offense.
Yeah, Cam Dorney's going to need to come out strong here. Again, he struggled a little bit in his junior season, but that's to be expected. It was really his first action ever out there on the field, and so hopefully now, senior quarterback, a little more experience, has an opportunity to really take the reins here and be able to really start this Maple Mountain season on the right foot.
Cam Dorney, a dual threat quarterback with the passing game, also was the leading rusher for Maple Mountain. He'll throw on 1st down. They're taking a shot deep over the top, and the Maple Mountain wide receiver losing his footing. I think that was intended out there for, I believe that might have been Chandler Willis, number 28. They just kind of lost the footing here early on and brings up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Just kind of looked like some first game jitters there, kind of lost his footing a little bit. But, man, you definitely saw the arm strength, though, of Dorney. He definitely flung that one out there, and it went way past the receiver, good 15 yards past him because of the trip up.
2nd down and 10 from the 29-yard line for Maple Mountain. 10-13 to go, first quarter, no score. The second drive of the game, the first for Maple Mountain, and Cam Dorney will give it right up the middle on 1st down, and that's going to be into the secondary. That's the first time we're going to call Jesse Harness's name, and Harness has a 1st down across the 40 to the 42.
Yeah, nice run there by Harness, definitely harnessing a little bit of power there. As he's able to get in through the tackles there, break a couple tackles as well, and oh man, that's a great start there for Maple Mountain. Getting that 1st down, kind of getting that first down of the game under your belt is so crucial to kind of help get rid of those jitters. So now we'll see what is going to be dialed up here on this 1st and 10 play.
It'll be 1st and 10 from about the 41.5-yard line for Dorney from the gun. Back to throw, steps up, now rolls out away from the pressure. Being chased by Jack Clark. Now Dorney's got some free room, and he'll slide down in WoodsCross territory at the 45-yard line. And there we see that dual threat kind of package there. And Cam Dorney showing why he was the leading rusher for Maple Mountain last year.
Oh, absolutely. He's got some wheels there, and that's going to be crucial to how Maple Mountain runs their offense. Sometimes the play is going to get a little bit broken up. It's not going to work out the way you want to, but Dorney's legs are going to be able to hopefully keep them in this game and gives them that added element to their offense that when things kind of break down, at least he can get a couple yards on his feet. In this case, able to get a whole 1st down off of him.
3 wide receivers here, true to the top of your screen. Dorney gives it to Harness again up the middle. Harness fighting his way ahead. He'll get inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line, it looks like. And that will bring up a 2nd and short here for Maple Mountain. So you're seeing a lot of power run, but then you're seeing them kind of try to open it up with the passing game.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's a good balance of things here so far in this first drive. Obviously, you're getting big chunks here on the ground, but you do got to throw in enough of those passing plays to keep the WoodsCross defense honest. Otherwise, they're just going to be keying in on the run, and so we'll see what they actually do here. Dorney has an opportunity on this 2nd and short play to maybe open up the playbook a little bit.
2nd and 3 from the 37, 8:50 to go here in the first quarter. Maple Mountain driving. Chandler Willis goes in motion across the middle. And it will be Dorney back to throw. Pressure comes. Dorney sets up the screen out to Harness. Harness will have pretty close to a 1st down depending on the spot. It looks like he's going to have enough, and it will be another Maple Mountain 1st down. Again, nothing too flashy from Maple Mountain, but right now being effective.
Oh, yeah. You just do what works, and that was definitely one of those plays that just worked out nicely. Because of Dorney's legs and his ability to be able to kind of scramble a bit, able to give just enough time to the line to get in front of harness, and so he's able to rumble on over to that first down. So yeah, and again, that nice mix-up of plays here so far in this first drive for the Golden Eagles.
1st and 10 from the 33-yard line, and we see kind of a pistol formation coming here from Maple Mountain. Ready to go, Dorney gives it right up the middle. Here's Harness going off the right end. He's tripped up there and brought down by getting in there on the tackle was Cooper White, and Cooper White, the safety there, one of the key returners for WoodsCross, had 16 tackles a season ago, and now having an opportunity to get in there. And you have to think for that secondary tonight, Maple Mountain's going to take a couple of shots, but this is an experienced secondary for WoodsCross, something to keep an eye on. Dorney's going to have to be careful taking shots.
Yeah, he's got to be pinpoint accurate at this point. So it's going to be difficult because, yeah, the secondary is so good, but he does have a lot of height with these receivers, and so there is a little bit of margin for error if you do get it up.
2nd and 6, Dorney to throw into double coverage, incomplete. Looking, I believe, for Braden Worthington. Or sorry, that was going to be Chandler Wills over the middle, the 6'3" wide receiver. One of those receivers with good size, like we were just mentioning, and that allows Cam Dorney a little bit. We saw last night Orem against Bingham a couple times in that ball game. Orem had an opportunity there where they were just able to throw it up for Puka Nakua, and he just outjumped somebody.
Yeah, it's just, I love that part of being a wide receiver, is just being able to get up and over the secondary. It's unfortunate because it looked like he did have one of his other receivers in single coverage, actually going towards the end zone. Bit of a misread there by Dorney.
3rd and 6, Dorney picks it up, broken play, throws it, tries to get it off quickly on the screen and able to barely get rid of it just in time, and that one falls incomplete. Brings up an interesting decision right now for Brad Burtonshaw. 4th and 6 from the 29. With as good a drive as you've had, if you're Maple Mountain, you really want to get points, but you're kind of in no man's land here where you have to kind of go for it.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate because obviously kids are going to be a bit of a struggle here at the 29 to kick the field goal, and so you got to try to get points here on this drive, and at the very least you are still pinning them behind the 30-yard line on their drive, and so it's risky, but you got to go for it. It just makes sense.
4th down and 6, ball on the 29-yard line. Dorney ready to go, back to throw with some time, looking their one-on-one coverage, goes towards the big target, and it's caught by Cole Christensen. That's a first down of the 16, and there they go to the 6'5" Christensen, that one-on-one single coverage.
Oh man, that is exactly why you want a 6'5" kid at receiver, really able to just box out the corner and get a nice catch on that one, able to also keep the feet in bounds. That is a really great catch, and that is a huge play for the Golden Eagles as it extends this drive.
1st down and 10, ball in the 16. Maple Mountain in the red zone here for the first time in the 2018 season, looking to score on their opening possession. 3 wide receivers. Luke Henderson goes in motion, number 7. Here's the give. Harness got a hole up the middle. He'll get inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line. Another nice pickup there by Harness up the middle, and there's a Wildcat down there on the play. We'll take a look. That's number 43 down on the play for WoodsCross, and that is Cayeno Bolkheim, number 43. That's their starting end. That's a tough loss there, the senior, and he didn't make it off the field before he goes down. That's one thing to think about. It was close to probably in the upper 80s at kickoff. So you have to kind of think cramping might become an issue tonight, especially here. You're only a couple weeks in to your fall practice, and cramping's going to be an issue.
Oh, it definitely is. Like, obviously these guys need to stay hydrated. They need to obviously maybe even think about rotating a little bit more often than you would necessarily with being the first game, and conditioning maybe also not being quite there as well. And so it's always sad though to see a player on the field. And
no score here, 7:32 to go in the first quarter. Maple Mountain with a nice drive. And for Maple Mountain to have the offensive struggles they had last year, only scoring about 15 points a game, and that was, towards the bottom of the 5A classification, to start your season here with a nice drive like this where you've seen Dorney complete some passes, you've seen the running game come alive. that has to kind of be in the back of your mind if your head coach Brad Burtonshaw has to be saying, okay, we're going to be better this year.
Yeah, this is a step in the right direction already. This looks like a much more potent offense than the one that was going on last year. It looks like Dorney has a good grasp of the offense, and it looks like they've got a nice identity here with this smash mouth running game as of so far. And also you've got those big receivers over there. Got the 6'5 Christensen, 6'2 over there with Worthington. So yeah, just a lot of weapons at Dorney's disposal this year, and so this has got to be so encouraging.
Cole Christensen to the bottom of your screen right now, as it will be up the middle. It will be a running play. I believe that was Harness again on the carry. And Harness probably gets about a yard, maybe a yard and a half there, down to about the 8. But it brings up a 3rd down and short here for Maple Mountain. And an opportunity here to see a lot of different things you can do, but you have to wonder, maybe you might look, Cole Christensen coming off the field. I was going to say, maybe look to that fade to the 6'5 Christensen. But here, Andrew, if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you drawing up right here?
You know, it's been working so well. I think you drop a power run here. You maybe look at a power O play. The idea being that you just need that yard. You just need an extra yard to be able to extend the drive here. Maybe you give an opportunity for maybe a run-pass option, but I'd be trying to run.
Dorney to throw, puts it off in the flat to Harness, who scores for a touchdown. And Maple Mountain scores on the opening possession as Dorney to Harness. It's 6-0 Golden Eagles.
What an absolutely phenomenal play here. As you see, they're trying to give Harness an opportunity to be able to find a mismatch in the defense. In this case, he's able to run out into the flat and gets just enough space to be able to get into the end zone. So huge opening drive for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles, getting some points on the board here and taking an early lead in this opening game of the season.
The extra point on its way is looks good from here, and it is good for Hayden Nielsen. And it's 7-0 Maple Mountain here with 6:34 to go here in the first quarter. A nice opening drive here by Maple Mountain. You chew up some clock, you put a little bit of everything in, but most importantly, you come away with points.
Absolutely. That is the biggest thing that you could take away from that particular drive, is just getting that 7 points on the board, building up some confidence after an unfortunate season last season. This is exactly what the doctor ordered for the Golden Eagles.
One thing to keep in mind is Region 8 still very tough. You have Skyridge and Springville. You have Provo, who's going to be, that Maple Mountain Provo game could be big for playoff positioning coming up in just a matter of a few weeks. The 10-week high school football season goes by so quickly, you really can't take a week off, and especially in Region 8.
Oh, you definitely can't. There's a lot of great teams in this region, and so if Maple Mountain is going to have a shot, it's going to take drives just like that one, be able to keep themselves in games and be able to give themselves really a shot to be able to compete in their region this year.
It's Stone and Freestone back deep. Freestone to the top of your screen. Number 19, Sam Stone, to the bottom of your screen. And here's a kickoff, a kick. It's going to go short. Sam Stone comes up to the 12 to get it. Cross the 20 to the 25, gets outside, and he's escorted out of bounds by a couple of Golden Eagles. And that will bring up a 1st and 10 coming up for WoodsCross. The Wildcats had a nice drive going, but then you had that high snap, which doesn't equate to a turnover, but if you're WoodsCross, it ended up just being a drive killer.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's basically just an elongated sack, and so that really killed that drive, and they were looking great. They had a nice mixture in the run game. They were able to take some shots in the passing game as well with Nagel, so we'll see what they dial up here on this second drive, but Maple Mountain's really got to be ready for a couple shots here, you would expect, in this drive.
Nagel from shotgun, Sam Walu in the backfield, and it will be Sam Walu on the 1st down. He takes the carry. He's going to have close to about 9, out to about the 40. In fact, he might be, it's going to be right on the marker. I think he's about a half yard short from the eyeball up here. They're going to give him 9, brings up a 2nd and 1, and at the high school level, you'll take 2nd and 1 any day.
Oh, all day, every day, you will take 2nd and 1 on any level, but particularly in high school, because it opens up your entire playbook. It lets you maybe you do just get the 1 yard, or you go ahead and take a shot.
Nagel, they're going to take a shot, one-on-one coverage over the top, incomplete. Once again, looking for Goodfellow. Once again, matched up at the top there with Brandon Schellenberg at the top, and again, Goodfellow with a step there on Schellenberg. You have to think that's a matchup WoodsCross might go to multiple times tonight.
Oh, and it looks like they're already trying to exploit it, and so yeah, he's got to be careful there because he's been burned now twice on that particular route.
3rd and 1, another high snap. Samuelu gets the carry and runs into the middle of the line, and he won't get there, and that's where that second high snap really just affects the play. You don't think of it too much, but that timing of getting that snap quickly down allows Maple Mountain just to kind of bulldoze that line.
Yeah, the center is such a crucial part of the game because of that snap, and you have any kind of just miscue with the center, and it really can hurt a play just like that.
Nagel from the gun here on 4th and 1. Here's Samuelu up the middle, and it's going to be close, but I don't think we'll see. He's right on the 40-yard line. Early indications have not given it to him yet, and now they will. First down, just as Samuelu needed a yard and probably got about 1.25 yards.
Yeah, just barely. That was some great defense, actually, by Maple Mountain to stuff that one. They knew exactly what was coming, and they were able to blitz the gap there. But unfortunately for Maple Mountain, Samuelu gets just enough, but also great for WoodsCross because it lets them extend this drive.
Nagel back to throw, steps up, flag comes in as Nagel will be chased down by Caden Crowther on the outside, and we'll see what the penalty is. Came in kind of the area that you would see a typical holding call, but we'll wait for the official call. But Nagel, I think, maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I didn't exactly get a ton of yards on that, but yeah, we'll see what the officials say here.
And right now with WoodsCross moving back, I think it's going to be that hold, and it will be a holding call against the WoodsCross Wildcats. The first penalty of the ball game. We had the first one waved off with 4:54 to go here in the first quarter. A 7-0 lead for Maple Mountain. And again, Andrew, we talk about it. Now you're in a 1st and 20, you're in a 1st and 23. Where it kind of changes everything. You have to go to an empty set here with 5 wide receivers.
Really makes it difficult. When how well that Samuelu has run in this game, it really hurts.
They get it outside. There's Goodfellow with his first catch of the evening, and he'll get a nice chunk back as once again they go one-on-one to Tucker Goodfellow, the 6-foot senior, matched up. They tried to get him with the deep route, didn't, but there they just get him with the nice corner.
Yep. The key with that play is just getting a good amount of yards. It's very easy to kind of get caught when you've got 23 yards to go to try to get it all in one shot, but just try to get what you can.
Nagel steps up, gets away from one tackler, now being chased, has a man out there. It's going to be complete to Goodfellow right around the marker, but it should be enough for a first down. And boy, Nagel right there was being chased by number 77, Ezra Pendleton. Had a fistful of jersey, but just couldn't bring Nagel down.
Oh, you had him right there. That's got to be frustrating for the lineman to not be able to get him down. But man, what a great play by Nagel though to shake the sack and then still be able to throw a pass on the dime.
Jamar Thomas gets the carry, trying to get outside, and he'll be chased by a couple of Golden Eagles and lose about a half a yard or so. And just one of those plays, Maple Mountain sniffed it out from the beginning.
Yeah, it was definitely a great play there from Maple Mountain. They knew exactly what was coming. They read the pitch pretty easily, and they were able to just get that nice swarming tackle over there. So, yeah, nice job there by the Golden Eagles to really read that one.
We got an officials timeout here. Number 12 for Maple Mountain, that is Tate Dayton. Coming off the field, there's some of the new rules in high school football for the upcoming year. One is that helmet comes off, like we're seeing a lot of levels. You have to sit out a play. And so I'm not sure if the helmet came off, but Tate Dayton going over the sidelines brings up 2nd and 11 from the 50. Nagel all by himself, back to throw with some time, looks out to Thomas in the flat, and Thomas couldn't hold on. It will be incomplete to bring up a 3rd and 11. And these are the positions, Andrew, where there's just not a lot that you can do as an offensive coordinator when you get 3rd 11, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13. Makes it real easy for a play call because it shrinks your playbook, but not the positions you want to be in.
No, whenever you shrink the playbook, it's not a great feeling, and you've just got to. It's hard when you've got to get more than 10 yards, or honestly, anything more than 7 yards is kind of a difficult 3rd down, and so the percentage is not great. But we'll see what WoodsCross is able to dial up here on this 3rd down play.
Nagel from the gun has 3 wide receivers, single back set. back to throw. Nagel looking towards the sideline, has a man. That is complete to Jordan Johnson, and that's a first down at the 37-yard line. Johnson, a senior, coming back here for WoodsCross, and that's another Wildcat first down. Worked well there on that 3rd and 11.
Nagel looking very poised in the pocket there. That was a great throw. It was really about the timing. He knew exactly where he wanted Johnson to be and just threw an absolute dart over there. So great play by the quarterback.
Samuelu gets the carry there inside the 30 down to the 32-yard line there for Justice Samuelu, and another nice pickup there from the 37-yard line. Brings up a second and about 6 or so, but a good passing situation, but really a nice position. If you can pick up 3 to 4 yards as an offensive coordinator with that run game, it opens up so much for you.
It really does. It's what they call in the business, it's staying ahead of the sticks. When you can get 3 or 4 yards on a play, that means that you're putting yourself in an advantageous position to be getting first downs all day and every day.
Nagel tries to get that one out to Braden Freestone, but just out of the reach, and brings up 3rd and 5 here for WoodsCross, and probably in a similar position to where Maple Mountain was on their first drive, where they had to get in that 4th down and mid-range territory, and they went for it. We'll see what they dial up here on 3rd and 5 from the 32 with 3:09 to play in the first quarter. Nagel over the middle, goes back to Jordan Johnson, enough for the first down to about the 23, and that's a first down right there. Again, nothing flashy. You can see they're just executing right now on this drive for WoodsCross.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Like that. That's just a simple curl route. There's nothing too crazy about that, but it gets the job done, especially on short yardage plays like that one. And Johnson is a load. He's a big boy, and as you saw there, he was a little hard to take down.
Sam Nurden goes in motion, splits out now into the slot, and an empty backfield. Nagel back to throw with some time, pressured from the back, throws it out to the flat. That is complete out there. Good enough for another first down. And that's Tucker Goodfellow again on the catch, and a first down there, as we'll see this one here on the Tony Basso Auto Group replay. Nice job again of staying poised, delivering a ball in the one spot where Goodfellow is going to get it.
What an absolutely phenomenal throw there by Nagel. Really just found that nice window that was able to execute the play.
Sam Nurden on the sweep, looking for 6, and he's in for a WoodsCross touchdown from 12 yards out. Sam Nurden puts the Wildcats on the board for the first time, and they're an extra point away from tying this one up at 7 with 2:34 to play in the first quarter.
That was definitely a well-called play there again. They've been mostly working on the vertical stretch, and this one, they finally got one where they stretched the defense horizontally with the reverse there. Nice play there, and a good answer, I guess, to that previous drive by Maple Mountain.
So we'll see the special teams unit come on here for WoodsCross. It's going to be to kick the extra point. Believe that's Tucker Goodfellow, number 88, on to kick it. Holding will be number 2, Braden Freestone. And here there's going to be a whistle blow and a flag thrown, and we'll see here the WoodsCross fans thinking it's offsides. We'll see what the first call is here. Offsides against Maple Mountain, so that will move not much more, but they'll have it again here for the point after touchdown. A chance to tie it up here for WoodsCross.
Get that little extra yard, I guess, from the penalty there, but let's see if they can execute here on this extra point play.
Goodfellow to attempt the PAT. Snap is good, hold is good. Kick is a low line drive kick, but it is through and good with 2:34 to go here in the first quarter. Here we are tied at 7 from Maple Mountain High School here on Spanish Fork 17. We'll take a moment here on Spanish Fork 17. We want to thank our sponsors for making this broadcast and our future broadcasts possible here on Spanish Fork 17.
Yep, we got the Tony Basso Auto Group, Lance Wilson State Farm, MVP Sports, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Two Jacks Pizza, Mikkel Christiansen, Wise Attorneys at Law, and Prime Mortgage Lending.
We cannot do these broadcasts without the support of our many sponsors, and boy, what a great year we had last year, some very fun moments. I know, Andrew, you did a lot of baseball, but so we had some fun basketball games, some fun football games, and we're ready to go again for 2018-2019 here on Spanish Fork 17.
Oh, we're so excited. It's going to be a great season for hopefully all of the sports here for Maple Mountain and for Spanish Fork, and so it's going to be a fun one, and we hope that you guys keep tuning in and keep watching these wonderful games, and we'll see what Maple Mountain's got dialed up here on this next drive.
Peyton Todd, number 14, back deep, and it's going to be Javian Lewis, I believe, back deep as well, ready to go. The Tucker Goodfellow will be ready to kick it away here as WoodsCross in the visiting white uniforms, Maple Mountain in the maroon tops, the white pants. And the kick is going to go to the top, and it will be Peyton Todd from about the 3. Here's the reverse. They'll give it to Javian Lewis on the reverse, and Lewis brought down at the 15-yard line. Brad Burtonshaw really likes that reverse there on the kickoff there. Has a nice option there, and right there, WoodsCross able to sniff it out.
Yeah, unfortunately, they definitely saw that one coming, and so nice coverage play there by WoodsCross to be able to kind of sniff that one out. But usually they can be effective if you're able to kind of see a seam that the other guy would be able to get that you wouldn't be able to get. And so, but unfortunately there for Maple Mountain, no seams.
First down and 10, 2:27 to go here in the first quarter. Cam Dorney will be from shotgun here. Single back set, Dorney back to throw with some time, now being pressured, tries to roll away, goes back into the end zone, throws the ball up, and incomplete as, boy, a very dangerous situation there as it looks like Dorney's arm got hit as he threw the football. WoodsCross trying to making a claim there, intentional grounding, that Dorney maybe just tried to get rid of it. But the question is going to be did he just try to get rid of it, or was his hand and arm hit as he went to throw?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting call. Looks like there was a flag, and they are deliberating about what exactly happened on that play. So we'll see what the officials say of what exactly happened on this one.
Now, one thing interesting to note is if you have intentional grounding in the end zone, that's the equivalent of a safety, which would give WoodsCross 2 points and the ball. Some discussion still going on here as we see our official there in the white hat. He'll be the one that makes all the calls. We're going to have a holding penalty against WoodsCross, and I'm not really sure where it must have come down the field there on a receiver. So nonetheless, instead of a second and 10 for Maple Mountain, it's going to end up being a first down for the Golden Eagles, and you catch a big break here if you're Maple Mountain.
Yeah, those are killer for the defense when you've got a foul that is away from the play that didn't even affect the play at all. And so big break there for Maple Mountain, as that could have been a potentially really dangerous play, but lucky for them it is reversed there by the holding call and gives them a little bit of life here in this drive.
It'll be first down and 10, ball on the 26-yard line for Maple Mountain. As we'll see the Golden Eagles here have to get to the line of scrimmage, ready to go. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Ready to go, Dorney from the gun. Henderson goes in motion, number 7. And Dorney gives it up the middle here. That's Javian Lewis. And Lewis there will get a couple out to the 29-yard line. Well, in fact, he's only going to get 2 out to the 28-yard line. A good kind of in the middle run there. And that's one thing we kind of maybe see a little bit from Maple Mountain right now, is that there's maybe a competition still going on at running back as to who's going to be that guy that's going to carry the weight.
Yeah, that's right. It's not going to just necessarily always be Harness. He's not going to be that bell cow for them. There is going to be opportunity for some of these other backs to be able to work in some work, I guess, in the season. And so, yeah, you're going to see different looks, and that was something that we talked about at the top of the broadcast, is we are going to see different looks, different packages, different opportunities to kind of see a different flavor of things with this Maple Mountain offense.
Dorney from shotgun takes the low snap, sets up the screen pass. There's Lewis on the catch, gets into the open field across the 45. He's going to be brought down close to midfield. There is a penalty flag, however, back at the 34. And with the whistles coming in, it looks like this one's probably coming back here against Maple Mountain.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because that was a great play. It was a nice setup there. Another screenplay that actually looked great. But yeah, sure enough, as you saw there on the replay, there was definitely a hand on the back there. And so that's probably going to be what the call is going to be.
So that'll be something interesting there, and that we'll see here where it is. That one generally, I believe, is from the spot of the foul. The biggest thing is that takes a 15 yards or close to a 20-yard gain off the board. It was an 18-yard pickup, and now no longer on the board, and it now puts you in a 2nd and long.
Yeah, that one definitely hurts because it was such a big chunk play, and to have that be brought back by the penalty. And now instead of a advantageous spot where you're at in the drive, now you're instead backed up a bit. Now you've got 2nd and 12, which is not the best situation here for Maple Mountain.
1:03 to play in the first quarter, 7-7 between Maple Mountain and WoodsCross. Another low snap. Dorney rolls away, takes a shot deep, looking for Worthington, overthrows him, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gabe Nelson. Nelson across the 45 into Maple Mountain territory to the 35, still on his feet. Going to be pulled down at the 32-yard line, and a big play there that Cam Dorney really just took a shot into double coverage, and there Gabe Nelson able to run it down.
Yeah, see, that's one of those plays where you kind of wish maybe you kind of bring the reins back a little bit. Maybe you just throw the ball away, give yourself another shot on 3rd down, but instead he kind of went for it in double coverage, and a nice pick there by Nelson, and that now puts WoodsCross in a really good spot here for their next drive.
45 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Tied at 7 here, and WoodsCross will begin the drive here at the Maple Mountain 33-yard line after the turnover. That was something that we saw last year really hurt Maple Mountain, was the turnovers. Cam Dorney threw, if I have it correctly, 15 interceptions, so trying to get that touchdown to interception ratio a little more evened out. But right there, Gabe Nelson making a nice play there on the, just playing center field really, out there on that pick. Here's Nagel back to throw. He'll drop it off looking for Samuelu out of the backfield and just put that one a little bit out in front of Justice Samuelu, and it brings up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that one's unfortunate because that's one of those ones where you really wanted to just a little bit of a drop off there and it would have been fine, but let him just a bit too much.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10, ball on the 33-yard line here for WoodsCross as some more clouds start to settle in here into Spanish Fork. Ready to go here, and it looks like they might have gotten away with some movement up front. Samuelu there, carrying it hard through the middle, is going to have pretty close to a 1st down. And some little bit extra curricular activity going on right there. There's a couple of players there, but that is just what you're looking for right there, is that power run with Justice Samuelu.
Yeah, it was a beautiful, again, he's really good with his horizontal movement. That was really just nice jump cuts, finding the hole, just a beautiful run there by Samuelu.
3rd down and 1, ball on the 24-yard line. Nagel looking over here towards the sideline here, and they will not snap it here. That will end the first quarter. We've played 1 here from Maple Mountain High School. Both teams have scored. We're tied at 7. WoodsCross threatening here after the break on Spanish Fork 17.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet? MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Start of the second quarter, the lights are coming on here in Spanish Fork, Utah. The smoke has, for the most part, gone away, but the clouds yet are moving in here on a Friday night. And we'll see Justice Samuelu here get the call on 3rd and 1, trying to get to the outside, breaks one tackle, breaks another, and takes it in for a touchdown from 24 yards out. And WoodsCross has taken their first lead on a 24-yard run from Justice Samuelu, and it is 13-7 WoodsCross.
Man, Samuelu has looked super great in this particular game. He's just had a nice bag of everything that you need from a running back. That was a solid play there, making a couple of cuts, being able to kind of juke some people out of their socks, and just a nice solid run there. And once again, WoodsCross is looking pretty great in this game.
So a good opportunity there. The Wildcats won last year's meeting 31-10 up at WoodsCross. These two teams and coaches and coaching staffs very familiar with one another, as Tucker Goodfellow will come on here for the extra point, and this kick is on its way. It looks good from here, and it is through. And with 11:50 to go here in the second quarter, WoodsCross has a 14-7 lead. We talked about these two teams and how familiar they are with each other. They played last year up at WoodsCross, where the Wildcats won 31-10. 2016, they played up at WoodsCross, and the Wildcats came out on top 16-10. 2015, Maple Mountain won 21-18. And then they played twice in 2014, WoodsCross winning the season opener 19-7, and then beating Maple Mountain in the playoffs, by a score of 37-7. The Golden Eagles earlier in that week in that 2014 playoff matchup, they had won a play-in game against crosstown rivals Spanish Fork earlier on, and then had to turn around and play. That game was on a Tuesday, and then they played again on a Saturday. So a tough, quick turnaround for Maple Mountain that week. But nonetheless, Justice Samuelu right now carrying the shoulder of the ropes. We thought maybe a battle of the quarterbacks. Kind of looks like we might see a battle of running backs tonight.
Oh, it's been very impressive. Both running games have actually looked pretty awesome in this one. Samuelu looking particularly impressive for WoodsCross for the Wildcats. But, Harness has looked great as well for the Golden Eagles, and even Dorney has made a couple of scrambles that have been nice. And so it's really, as you said, Ryan, it's really been more about the running game for this particular game. But that doesn't mean that you're not going to see the quarterbacks potentially break out here in this quarter or potentially in the second half.
Goodfellow puts a foot into it. Running up on it is going to be Peyton Todd at about the 13. There we see that reverse. They'll give it again. Here's Lewis looking to the outside. Gets outside across the 40, and it's going to be pulled down. I believe the tackle was made by Tucker Goodfellow, the kicker. And Maple Mountain getting some good field position right there. You see how quick that fake is there. It'd be really easy to miss, but there Lewis able to find a way to get outside.
See, and that is the way that you execute that play. Like that one in particular, it was okay. I see where my guy is going to be able to find a different seam that's going to work a lot better for me. And so we hand it off to him, and he books it. And now they've got great field position here.
First down and 10, ball on the 45-yard line for Cam Dorney and Maple Mountain. Wills goes in motion. Here's the give up the middle. Harness back in the ball game, and this time he'll get maybe a yard or two, but runs right into the middle of the defense, including number 7 in the middle, one of the returning players, Matt Easton, the middle linebacker there. This is a WoodsCross team that's very deep in a couple of positions. Linebacker is one of them, and boy, we're going to see Matt Easton probably quite a bit in that middle.
Oh, you absolutely will. He's a special player, and he's a big part of what they do on defense here with WoodsCross. And so, oh man, that's a big play for them to kind of stop Harness and put them in a second and long situation here for the Golden Eagles.
Second down and 8 here after the pickup of 2 by Harness. Dorney back to throw, looks over the middle, has Braden Worthington, and Worthington gets into WoodsCross territory, picks up about 4 there on the catch, and will put him in a 3rd and 4. And we see there Dorney just goes to a little kind of quick curl route there, picks up 5, makes it a manageable 3rd down there. Might be an overlooked play most of the time.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because those are the plays that really sustain drives, is those types of plays right there. You don't have to get big chunks of yards on every single play. Sometimes you do just need that 4-yard play, that 5-yard play, just that quick hit that gets you in a more favorable position to be able to convert on 3rd down.
3rd down and 3. There's the ball outside. That's complete to 28, Chandler Wills. That's going to be pretty close to a first down. And the 6'3" wide receiver able to pick it up there for a first down. And with 10:19 to play before halftime, a first down. Again, nothing too big there. Spreading the ball around and just going back to what works.
Absolutely. Able to get just enough there on that first down. I actually thought that the spot was maybe even a little generous there, to be honest. And so, but able to get just enough, be able to get enough forward progress to be able to get that first down.
First down and 10 right now here for Dorney. Gives up the middle to Harness, and nothing going on. And Harness there will meet Matt Easton again. One-on-one. Easton just shot the gap right there.
Yeah, read that one like a book. That was a great play there by Easton, just recognizing that there was no fake going on there, no play action. Just went right after him. Great play there by Easton.
Second down and 9. We see a healthy amount of substitutions coming from this Maple Mountain sideline here as they try and get everything going here. Week 1 teams have had a couple of weeks of practice. That's the thing to remember. A full week last week and then this week, and boom, here you go into week 1 with WoodsCross. The maroon-white game last week was canceled due to the air quality. Dorney back to throw, looks over the middle, has Worthington for a first down to the 32-yard line. Probably one of the best drop-back situations we've seen Cam Dorney in all night.
That was fantastic. That is, like, if they're going to go back and look at the tape on that one, because that is exactly how you do it. Beautiful drop, slings a nice one right over to Worthington. Worthington gets up, gets his hands on it, great catch. That's just a beautifully drawn play, and that is the type of play that you want to see Dorney making all day, every day in this offense.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. 3 wide receivers here for the Golden Eagles. Man goes in motion. That's Kyson Hall, and he gets the sweep there, and he's going to get a couple down to the 31-yard line. Hall, a 5'10 sophomore there, doing a nice job getting to the corner.
See, I like the idea behind that play. Maybe I would have loved to have seen them maybe figure out a way to get a couple more yards on that one, but the idea is you just stretched the field a little bit vertically, now try to stretch it out a little bit more horizontally just to kind of give the defense a different look and give your players an opportunity to be able to come in and maybe make a bit of an impact there. So Hall getting that opportunity, but coming up a little bit short, not getting the best amount of yards on that play.
Hall picks up a yard, brings up a 2nd and 9. Cam Dorney ready to go here from shotgun. Hall goes in motion across the field. Back to throw with some time. They drop it out to Harness out of the backfield. And once again, it is number 7, Matt Easton, who's been all over the field on this drive, and he's personally introducing himself to a few of these Maple Mountain Golden Eagles teams.
He certainly is. Easton has looked like an absolute baller out there. Nice job here, able to just lower the boom on Harness. What a great tackle there. He really has been super involved in this drive, and now has really helped the Wildcats put themselves in a good position here on 3rd and 8.
3rd down and 8, ball on the 30-yard line here. 3 wide receivers here for Maple Mountain. Dorney ready to go, Harness in the backfield. Dorney to throw with some time now, rolls away. It looks like there's no holding call there. Dorney gets outside and he is dropped. And so no holding call, works out well for WoodsCross. Does a nice job there. In pursuit was, I believe that was Carson Miller, number 40, who's able to run him down.
Yeah, sometimes you just get a little too antsy. I think he maybe escaped the pocket a little bit too soon, got himself out on the run, and actually caused what could have been a holding call, but instead he gets flushed out, and then just a great job there by the Wildcats to swarm in on him and get the sack.
And it'll bring up now 4th and 16 from the 38. We've seen WoodsCross with kind of a punt where they just dropped Karsten Nagel back out of shotgun and had him kick it. We have not seen either team, though, line up in a true punt formation. Maple Mountain keeping the offense out here, 4th and 16.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they actually go for it. I would expect a pooch kick here by Nagel.
Dorney back to throw, looking for the 23, escapes from one guy, and now will throw it, and he has a man down there. It's caught at about the 13. The question is it going to be complete? They're going to give it to him, and that was Cole Christensen. Again, the 6'5" receiver uses the 6'5" frame to make the play, and a Maple Mountain first down.
Using all of his length there, as you'll see here on the replay. Dorney doing a good job once again, getting out of the pocket, creating an opportunity for his receivers. A nice job by Christensen to come back to the ball, use all of his length to be able to reach out. It looks like we've got a guy on the field.
It's an offensive lineman down for Maple Mountain. Trying to see here. We can't see a number from here, as we'll see. The offensive line right now trying to, you hope, you have a couple of seniors on that offensive line for Maple Mountain, Austin Olson and then Wade Bastian. You hope it's not either of those. And the guy I don't see right now, Austin Olson in the huddle right now, but we'll see. I believe that is Wade Bastian, number 52, that is down. Hopefully not if you're Maple Mountain, because that's a guy that will play both ways for you. But if you're Maple Mountain here, this is, I think, a critical drive in the ball game here to have a chance to see if you can tie it up here. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors here on Spanish Fork 17. We got the Tony Basso Auto Group, Lance Wilson State Farm Insurance, MVP Sports, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Two Jacks Pizza, Mikkel Christiansen and Wise Attorneys at Law, and Prime Mortgage Lending. We thank them for their sponsorship of high school athletics here on Spanish Fork 17. A long break right now as WoodsCross and Maple Mountain both in huddles, but if you're both coaches right now, you have 6:14 to go here before halftime. You're a quarter and a half, as that is Wade Bastion, number 52, coming off the field. He is under his own power to a point. He is putting weight on it, but being helped off by the athletic trainers. That is a big loss if you're Maple Mountain.
Yeah, Bastion is an absolute anchor on the offensive line, and as you said, he also does get some two-way play there on defense as well, and so that is a big hurt there for the Golden Eagles. But I cannot overstate the play that just happened on that fourth down play, being able to get that conversion. That is huge for Maple Mountain, as it now does give them a shot to get some points on the board here on this drive.
First down and 10, ball on the 14 right now. We do have a halftime guest joining us, our Jerry Huffman, who calls basketball with me here on Spanish Fork 17. Will quickly make a halftime appearance here as the start of the football season gets underway. First down and 10 from the 14. Dorney looking over towards the end zone. Had Kyson Hall, but overthrew him. And that's going to be one you're going to look at film, Andrew, and you're going to want that one back.
Yeah, we were talking about one where it was like, this is exactly what you want to see in the film room. This is one that you're going to be like, shucks. Because he did. Dorney just barely overthrew Hall, just let him just a bit too much. That was going to be an easy 6 points. Definitely read the play correctly, had the right read, got the throw, but the throw was just a bit off. And, man, that's one that Dorney definitely wants back immediately.
Second down and 10 from the 14. We'll see if Cam Dorney gets a second shot here to redeem himself here on this second down and 10 play here with 6:08 to go here in the second quarter. Henderson goes in motion for Maple Mountain. Dorney back to throw. Pressure comes, sets up the screen, almost intercepted. They get it out there, though, to Harness out of the backfield, but Harness will lose a, and that will put them in a 3rd and long.
Yeah, they're on. Really read it. There was even a potential face mask there that didn't get called, but yeah, the Wildcats defense really read that one super well. They've seen a lot of screen plays already from Maple Mountain, so they kind of had that one sniffed out pretty quick.
And right there, I'll correct myself. That wasn't caught. That was an incomplete pass there. We saw it one a little more clear there on the Tony Basso Otter Group. 10 for the Golden Eagles. 3 wide receivers. Dorney from the gun. Back to throw, rolls out, looking towards the end zone. Now will throw at the last minute, hits Worthington at about the 4-yard line. Going to be right around the marker, and Cam Dorney holding on to that just in the nick of time as he approached the line of scrimmage. Boy, I tell you, another split second there, Andrew, and he's probably over the line.
Absolutely. Dorney does a great job of really reading the situation there. He knew that the blitz was going to be coming on the weak side, and so he was able to roll himself out, gave himself just enough time to be able to get the throw off, and now we are going to see what the call is here.
It's going to be 1st and goal for Maple Mountain from about the 4-yard line. They go kind of into a jumbo package with Luke Henderson kind of playing a fullback. Here's Harness straight up the middle, and he is in from 4 yards out. And Maple Mountain's an extra point away from tying this one up at 14 with 5:35 to go here in the second quarter. Simple but effective.
Yep, that's exactly what you need. Just enough blockers to be able to get Harness to squeak on in there with the 4-yard touchdown there. Harness looking great in this game, as he is the one that is really carrying the team off his load, as we got a look there from the Tony Basso instant replay there.
Jeremy Wood and Austin Olson on that offensive line there. You saw those linemen get down the field there. You saw Wood and a couple others. Now Maple Mountain trying for 2, looking to try to get the pylon. Did he get in for the 2-point conversion? And it looks like he did from here. And getting in for the 2 there was Dylan Boyer, and a big gamble there, but it pays off. Boyer able to find the end zone.
Absolutely does, man. That is absolutely gutsy, going for the fake extra point there, but is able to roll out and able to just squeak in just enough of that pylon to get the extra point. So there you go. The Golden Eagles now taking the lead in this one.
5:35 to go here before halftime, 15-14. Coming up at the half, we'll have the halftime festivities here from Maple Mountain. We'll check some scores from throughout Region 8 and Region 10. Spanish Fork opening up their season on the road tonight. They're up at Ridgeline. They played the Riverhawks twice last year, including once in the state playoffs. Well, both meetings took place at Spanish Fork, but boy, that's been another one of these kind of WoodsCross Maple Mountain stories where both those teams have gotten familiar with playing each other in week 1.
Yeah, familiarity to me, it breeds a lot of fun matchups when you've kind of seen the same team multiple times, even in the same year, or it's just an opponent that you see regularly. There's just that familiarity breeds some really fun atmosphere, I guess, in the stadium, but also for the players as well, just because you kind of know the schemes that are going to be run at you.
Kind of a squib kick, low liner picked up by Braden Freestone about the 16. Gets outside across the 25-yard line, escorted out of bounds. Caden Crother in there for Maple Mountain. There, one of two other Golden Eagles there, and with 5:28, as we see there, we've seen the deep kick, we've seen the squib kick. Right now, we've seen a little bit of everything from special teams units for these teams tonight.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing to do in this first game. Just kind of get yourself, familiar with the different types of kicks that you're going to be executing throughout the season. And that particular squib kick was pretty effective. I mean, was able to kind of contain them, at least get some, not to have a big return on that. I mean, they are up at the 27, but that is still favorable position for the Golden Eagles.
First down and 10, ball on the 27-yard line. The screen pass set up to Tucker Goodfellow, and Goodfellow is going to be pulled down. I believe that was Jack Francis, number 45, getting in there on the tackle. And right there, what looked like it was going to be a good screen. Maple Mountain quickly able to pull that one out. A little bit of a high throw there by Nagel.
Yeah, nice job by Francis, as you see there on the instant replay. He does a good job of shedding his block and being able to get the tackle.
Samuelu gets the carry. He's going to have a first down to about the 41-yard line. Now a little bit of... And now a flag comes in. Caden Crother right there by the official. I think, not sure if he got blocked into somebody, but we'll see here on the replay as Samuelu, a nice strong carry. And right there it looks like Crother just kind of reaching in a little bit, trying to protect his teammate, and it may end up being 15 here tacked on to the end of the run. We'll see the officials discussing it here.
Yeah, just a bit of extracurricular activity there from Crowther. Like, obviously you want to protect your teammate, but unfortunately it's probably going to cost the Golden Eagles here.
It's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Maple Mountain, and that will be a first down. They'll tack on, I believe, 15 to the end of the play, and that will be first down and 10. It was going to move it now to about the 44-yard line of Maple Mountain. And so now WoodsCross in nice scoring position here. A good opportunity with 4:58 to go before halftime. A 15-14 lead for Maple Mountain. The Golden Eagles, I don't want to necessarily call it an upset here, but definitely probably not the favored team coming into week 1 here against WoodsCross.
Yeah, definitely not when you're 0-10 the previous season.
One-on-one, Goodfellow out there. Taylor Miller gets his hand in there, bats it up into the air, and Goodfellow almost had a chance to come up with it. It was Miller out there one-on-one. That's really what that matchup was. A nice job there. Have to be careful, though, of tipping it up in the air.
That's always the hard part, is he definitely gets great body position on that one and is able to get to the ball and almost gets away with an interception there. But you got to be careful. If you knock it up, it does give the receiver an opportunity to be able to recover on that.
Samuelu gets the carry. He's inside the 40 down to about the 39-yard line or so. So a nice pickup of 4, maybe 5 for Samuelu. And makes it a nice, manageable third down coming up here for WoodsCross.
Samuelu has been just so vital to everything that the Wildcats have done on offense. An absolute beast so far in the first half here, really just asserting himself.
There's the completion out into the pass goes incomplete, looking for Samuelu, and that will bring up 4th down. And decision time right now for second-year head coach Andy Fresquez here, as he has to make this decision in the 2nd and 5, or 4th and 5, I mean.
Yeah, definitely a difficult situation, and man, that's one that Samuelu wants back. He, I think, was caught thinking about advancing before actually catching the ball, but let's see what's dialed up here on 4th down.
4th and 5, Nagel back to throw, looks down in the flat, has a man. It's going to be close, but I think he's going to get enough of it. That's Sam Nurden, and that will be a first down.
Yeah, nice job there by Nurden. This is also a great pass by Nagel. Definitely surveys the field, goes through his progressions, and finds his receiver right there and is able to get just enough to convert on that 4th down play.
Jack Francis, the providing the coverage there for Maple Mountain, and it brings up 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line of Maple Mountain. WoodsCross right now spreading the field here with 5 receivers. And now they'll bring Nerdin in the backfield. Nagel back to throw with some time. Looking downfield, has Jordan Johnson, number 81. And Johnson's going to pick up probably about 9 or so. And will bring up a second short here coming up for WoodsCross.
Yeah, Johnson did a nice job of playing the sideline there. Just a nice little easy out route there. Nothing too crazy, but does a good job of controlling his body and keeping himself in bounds on that one.
2nd and 1 here from the 22. 3:58 to go before halftime. WoodsCross trying to drive. The Wildcats, I believe, with all 3 of their timeouts still. Maple Mountain, I think, has all 3 of theirs as well. 2nd and 1. Nagel back to throw. Pressure comes. A flag comes in. We're going to have a hold here against WoodsCross. Nagel just throws this one away and airmails it to the track. I think they're going to get number 60. I think that was 68 for WoodsCross. And it will be holding against WoodsCross. However, I think it might have been 66, KJ Moia there, who just trying to get on that defensive end, and that's a hard spot to be as a left tackle right there, trying to make sure you're trying to protect really Nagel's blind side there, making sure that he has plenty of time. And sometimes when that end starts to beat you, it's just pretty easy just to try to grab jersey.
It really is. It's just a reflex more than anything. It's like, oh crap, I got to protect my quarterback, and it's like, oh dang it, not what I should have done.
2nd down and 18. Here's that is going to be number 2, that's Braden Freestone, and Freestone will get about 4 back, brings up a 3rd and 14. They just go back to something simple there with Freestone.
Yeah, and you definitely see the wheels here on this instant replay. This cat is fast, and so they'll probably see a couple more plays like that where you're getting Freestone out in the open.
Grady Nelson getting there from his linebacker spot, and that brings up 3rd and 15 from the 36. Going to get 4 wide receivers here for Nagel. Sorry, he's got 5 wide receivers. Back to throw. Now pressure. Throws back over the middle. Has Nerdin in the slot. He's going to be pretty close as he's thrown down to about the 24-yard line. And that's going to bring up a 4th and about 3, maybe a 4th and 4, depending on the spot. And a big decision coming here for WoodsCross.
Oh, absolutely huge decision right there. But let's go back to, as you're seeing on the instant replay here, great catch there. And it was a nice job by Nagel. He kind of surveyed the field and found what worked there. But now on 4th and 4, we'll see what they have dialed up here.
4th down and 4, Wildcats going for it. Here is Nerdin trying to turn the corner, and he didn't get it. He came up about 3 yards short. Maple Mountain in pursuit. A nice job there as a 2 or 3 Golden Eagles getting there and just kind of pushed that run to the outside, never let him get the corner.
Yeah, that is a huge play for the Golden Eagles to be able to stop the Wildcats from scoring on that drive. That is going to be a potentially game-changing moment here for the Golden Eagles. They now have the ball with 2.5 minutes left here in the first half and have enough time to be able to drive down the field and maybe put some more points on the board.
Especially with having 3 timeouts here. Cam Dorney's been pretty effective so far here on the evening. Watch Cole Christensen. He's down to the bottom of your screen, matched up against number 19, Sam Stone. Back to throw. Dorney looking towards the sideline, steps up, now dances away, tries to throw on the run, but puts it behind Javian Lewis. That one goes incomplete.
Yeah, that was some great pressure there by WoodsCross to be able to force that throw, because it looked like Dorney had a couple of options. He had an out route there to Worthington, but he also did have that read that he threw to, but unfortunately, as he kind of did a little bit of a jump throw there, just not quite enough mustard on it to be able to get to his receiver.
Javen Lewis, the intended receiver, brings up 2nd and 10 for Maple Mountain. And these are the moments where you have to think, you have to just keep doing what has worked so far. I think sometimes you get in these positions like, hey, we got to score now, we got to score quick. Sometimes, though, going back to the basics will work. And speaking of the basics, there's a run play up the middle with Lewis. And Lewis will get 2 or 3 out to about the 26, maybe the 27.
Yeah, I mean, these types of plays are important, as we've talked about earlier in the broadcast. You just need an opportunity where you can just get a couple yards on plays. You don't always have to just go for all 10 or whatever it be on each play. Just try and get some yards. You wish you would have seen that type of play on a first down, but at least you're giving yourself 3rd and 6 as opposed to maybe missing again and it being 3rd and 10.
3rd down and 6, ball on the 27-yard line here for Maple Mountain. Low snap, Dorney drops it, picks it back up, gets over the tight end, and that's Worthington for a first down across the 40. There's a penalty flag, though, down in the backfield, and Cam Dorney turns and talks to the official, and I think he knows it's coming back here, and it looks like we caught a hold there against Maple Mountain, and that one, I believe, going to go against number 74, Carson Kay. Kay not listed, though, on the roster as an offensive lineman, but sorry, that might have been 79, Austin Olson there, just kind of grabbing the jersey. And now, Andrew, this is where you talked about you were in a nice 3rd and 6. There you have a first down, but now you're going to be back in a 3rd and 15 or so, and now you really have one play, and that's going to be, you know, I guess verticals or a fly route, one of the two.
Yeah, it really kind of takes them back now, 3rd and 21. That is really going to hurt, as it looks like there's going to be a timeout here.
Timeout, WoodsCross, the first Wildcat timeout with a minute 41 to play here in the first half here from Maple Mountain as the 2018 high school football season gets underway here tonight at Maple Mountain High School. A great opportunity here for the Golden Eagles to see what they can do here and their 2018 season. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors here. We also want to remind you that you can see this game on YouTube, youtube.com/SpanishFork17. You can catch replays of this broadcast coming up later. You can catch live games and also live community events as well. You can also watch on sfcn.org. At the top of your page, I believe there's a live stream or watch here now button that you can click where you can watch it all the world. First, who usually is here with us. We're fortunate to have Andrew here with us tonight, but you know, Chris went to Italy one year and he says it was really early, but he goes, I caught the later part of the game with you.
Yeah, YouTube is so important, so definitely if you can't make it on the actual linear channel, get yourself on YouTube. And again, we'd love to thank our wonderful sponsors, the Tony Basso Auto Group, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, MVP Sports, Prime Mortgage Lending, Mikkel Christiansen, Wise Attorneys at Law, Two Jacks Pizza, and State Farm, Lance Wilson. So
Springville, they're down in St. George tonight, taking on Dixie. The Red Devils leading 12-7. That one in the second quarter. It was 109 degrees on the field at game time down there in St. George. So we were in the low to mid 90s. They were at 109. Whew. Dorney back to throw, steps up, now rolls away from pressure, steps away from another one. Dorney's just going to have to try to take off with it. Breaks 2, gets into the open field, has a couple blocks if he can get outside, but he won't get past number 3. And a nice job by Gabe Nelson with the open field tackle. If he gets past Nelson there at the end of the run, there was nothing here to the far side of the field.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal run there by Dorney, doing everything he could to potentially extend this drive. But yeah, just a nice tackle there by Nelson to make sure that they put the kibosh on that particular drive for the Golden Eagles.
So bring up 4th down here for Maple Mountain, and I would imagine the first time where this is going to be a straight punting situation for Maple Mountain. The nice thing, if you're WoodsCross, you're talking about getting the ball back probably somewhere in the range of a minute 15 or so, give or take a few seconds. You're going to have your timeouts. You're going to have a bunch of options here. Really, you're going to have your whole playbook at hand.
Yeah, that's just great for WoodsCross. It gives them an opportunity to potentially take the lead here before the half, and so to be able to get good field position, still have your timeouts like that keeps the running game as an option. With how well Samuelu has run in this game, you've got to be able to have that option to be able to go to him, and so this is huge for the Wildcats to be able to still have that as a potential option for them here on this final drive.
So 4th down and 5, we will see back deep to punt for Maple Mountain. Trying to catch the far number there as they get the punt off. It was number 82. The punt goes the far side of the field out of the return there, and it will be the 39-yard line where the offense will start. It was number 82, Zach Peterson, who was the punter for Maple Mountain. That one goes out of bounds, and good field position, a minute 17 to go. put on your offensive coordinator hat here. How does WoodsCross really look to attack here on the stretch?
I think you got to go with your horse. Samuelu has been so good in this game. You've still got it while you have the opportunity. You still have some time here on the clock. Use that as an opportunity to still utilize your back, utilize the guy that's been carrying you so far in this game. You're probably still going to see a lot more passing in this, but you still, if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm still mixing in just enough run plays to really actually utilize my guy that's really been cooking for us in this game.
Minute 17 here to go before halftime. Ball on the 39-yard line here as we get set and ready to go. Coming up here on the half. Boy, looking out the back of this press box, I don't think we can get a shot of this. But you look out towards Utah Lake as you go north between like Orem, Provo, that area. Nothing but like these dark black clouds. Not really black, but these really dark blue clouds that just look ominous like rain. And we've had a couple openers before. I think back to the 2013 opener. Ended up getting delayed. It was Spanish Fork at Lehigh. They ended up delaying it on Friday night, playing it on Saturday because all of a sudden out of this blue, this giant thunderstorm came down with rain and lightning and high school sports, and as there we see right there what we're talking about, that's all as you start going to the north. So if you're from WoodsCross and you're driving home tonight, please be as safe and careful as you can as you head out on the roads. 1st and 10, Nagel looking deep over the middle, has a man, it's picked up. It's intercepted, that is coming back, and it's going to be number 16 for Maple Mountain. That is Tyler Meller coming up with it. Meller almost came up with one earlier on the tip ball, and there he just jumps right in front of it, and we have a Mikkel Christiansen and Wise, attorneys at law, great defensive play. A great defense makes for a great offense, and now an opportunity to try to see if you can put some points on the board now. This changes things a little bit if you're Brad Burtonshaw and Maple Mountain.
Oh, it absolutely does. This gives you momentum. This gives you an opportunity to be able to extend your lead here as you're going into the second half of the game. And wow, what a great play there by Meller. As you see the scoreboard here, it is 15-14 with a minute left here. So there is definitely opportunity for the Golden Eagles to be able to put some more points on the board, extend the lead, and man, Meller gets the pass breakup in the previous drive and then gets the just beautiful interception. That this is huge for the Golden Eagles, and it gives them an opportunity here to just take a commanding lead here going into the second half.
A penalty against Maple Mountain will pull it back. They'll be at their own 46-yard line. So I believe there was something probably in the return there. And so now an opportunity here with 4 wide receivers for Cam Dorney to go to work. Dorney pressure from the backside, has to be careful there, throws that one almost intercepted. Number 40 had it in his hands, Carson Miller, who made a great play earlier flying across the middle of the field. That one's one that he's going to want back. That hit him square in the hands.
Miller was right there in position. He read that. And also a beautiful blitz there, just forcing Dorney out of the pocket instantly on that play. And so already kind of having to go to limited reads on that one and just throws one up, and Miller just, ooh, man, that one hurts as a defensive guy. Just it's right there. You have that opportunity for a turnover and be able to give your team an opportunity to put points on the board before the half, and unfortunately he drops it.
Asquite Alaflipo there, the pressure coming there from the backside on Cam Dorney. Alaflipo there, somebody keep an eye on in the second half. Dorney looking down the middle, looking for Luke Henderson, but overthrew him. That one goes incomplete and brings up a 3rd and 10. Right there, we know Cam Dorney has the arm right there, but just not enough touch.
Yep, that's one where you just need that touch, just a little bit more placement on that ball as it just sails over his head. And man, that's one that Dorney's going to want back, because that would have been a big chunk play and really would have put them in a good position here. Instead, you're looking at 3rd and long.
3rd down and 10, ball on the 46-yard line right now. 57.3 to play here in the second quarter. Maple Mountain trying to see if they can get some points before they had broken the huddle, and then, well, a couple players broke the huddle, but not the rest of the team, so they're set and ready to go. We'll watch the play and see if there's any miscommunication. Dorney back to throw, looking for Cole Christensen, has him for a first down to about the 42-yard line. One-on-one there. That's going to be a tough matchup for Sam Stone, number 19. Stone at 5'9", going up against the 6'5" Cole Christensen.
Gosh, that's just so much length that Christensen has, and so it's so hard to cover 6'5", and especially on an out route like that. Like, there's just not much you can do as a corner to cover that. So if Dorney's just able to hit him on that one, just able to get it in the catch radius of Christensen, it's probably going to be money. And those are the kind of plays that you're going to need to see on this drive. You do need to utilize the sideline a little bit, just because, I mean, it is 52 seconds left, so you do want to make sure that you're not just burning timeouts, and so use the sideline when you can.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. 52.5 to go here in the quarter. Dorney back to throw, steps up, gets away from pressure. Flag comes in, and that one's incomplete, looking for Luke Henderson, but a penalty marker in the backfield in the area of holding. So we'll see here, and that's the one problem that you get with a quarterback that's able to kind of dance around back there. You're going to open up some additional holding penalties, and in that case, it looked like number 70, Alonzo Marquez, the junior offensive lineman, may have just gotten some jersey as Dorney went to scoot by.
Yeah, just unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, you're doing your best to cover for your quarterback, and obviously when he's mobile, it makes it a little bit more difficult to make sure that you're doing your part to be able to actually protect him. But that one kills the drive a little bit, as you just had that momentum booster there on the previous play, and now instead you've got this penalty.
And there you're going to have looks like an illegal procedure call. That one's going to be declined, however. So I think you had a holding and then also an illegal procedure call. So they accept the holding for the 10 yards, but I think they're going to decline and now it's going to be a 1st down and 28 to go from your own 41-yard line with 45.2 to play here in the quarter.
Again, the key here is, again, you think about 1st and 28, you're like, oh my gosh, we've got 28 yards to go. Again, take a breather and just get yards. You don't have to get all 28 on this play.
That was screen passes batted up at the line of scrimmage. I believe that was Jack Clark, number 54, who got his hand up there and knocks it down, knocked it straight up in the air. A couple of other Wildcats around, and that could have been a disasterful turnover if you're Maple Mountain before the end of the half.
Oh, that would have absolutely hurt. What a great play there, though. Just getting your big old mitts up there and breaking up that pass like that. That looked like it was going to be a decent screen, but a nice job there to be able to cut that one. And now, instead, you're looking at 2nd and forever.
2nd down and 28. Ball on the 41-yard line. WoodsCross seems to be content just playing the two safeties back, kind of playing center field. Here's Hall on the jet sweep across the 45, and he'll be tripped up into WoodsCross territory to the 49-yard line. The clock will continue to run here, and I think Maple Mountain not using a timeout here with 26 seconds to play, but Kyson Hall does a nice job there on the sweep.
Yeah, Hall definitely showing off his speed there and finds a nice hole, gets a good gain, and so, I mean, you're still looking at a really long 3rd down, but it is a lot more manageable than it was after that play.
3rd down and 16 here. 8 seconds on the clock. Really, for Maple Mountain, this is probably the final play of the quarter. Dorney gives it straight up the middle. Here's Harness now, and Harness is tripped up at the 48-yard line. The clock hits 0-0s, and we've ended the first half. At the end of the first half here from Maple Mountain, it's the Golden Eagles 15, the WoodsCross Wildcats 14. Back after the break with, I believe, the Elevays and the halftime show on here on Spanish Fork 17.
I definitely recommend the Driggs team. They're amazing.
Hi, my name is Greg Driggs. I'm the local manager for Prime Mortgage Lending, where our motto is find a path to yes. Stop by our office today on Main Street and let us help you get into your brand new home.
Wild Mustangs. They're supposed to be one of the most gentle creatures in nature.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these. That's why more people save money by combining their home and auto with State Farm.
Call State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if it does happen, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Contact Mike at McKell, Christiansen, and Wise.
Well, back here at halftime, 15-14 lead for Maple Mountain on top of WoodsCross. It's time for the first time in 2018-2019. It's the Elevays here on Spanish Fork 17.
The officers have got to be flying. Great job, Elevays. The Elevays will be holding their annual fall junior drill clinic on September 10th through the 13th. Registration will be at Maple Mountain on Wednesday, September 5th, from 5 to 7. Contact any member of the Elevays for more info. Now let's welcome to the field your Maple Mountain
Well, we just
High
had
School
the
cheer squad.
Maple Mountain High School Elevays for you. We'll have the cheer squad here for you now. The Maple Mountain High School cheer squad here on Spanish Fork 17.
Cody Robinson and Hillary Dibble. JV captains Kenna Fulton and Ellie Finnecky. The sophomore captains were Aaron Felix and Safe Harness. Now give it up for your Maple Mountain High School cheer squad. Great job, ladies. Great cheer squad. We also want to thank the WoodsCross cheerleaders for coming over and wish you good luck the rest of the season.
All right, well, we'll take a break here on Spanish Fork 17. It's Maple Mountain 15, WoodsCross 14. We'll be back. We'll have Jerry Huffman with us here after the break on Spanish Fork 17.
Hi, welcome to Two Jack's Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jack's Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet? MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork.
I definitely recommend the Driggs team. They're amazing.
Hi, my name is Greg Driggs. I'm the local manager for Prime Mortgage Lending, where our motto is find a path to yes. Stop by our office today on Main Street and let us help you get into your brand new home.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Wild Mustangs. They're supposed to be one of the most gentle creatures in nature.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these. That's why more people save money by combining their home and auto with State Farm.
Call State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if it does happen, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Contact Mike at McKell, Christiansen, and Wise.
Well, back here at halftime at Maple Mountain High School, it's a 15-14 lead for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles as the WoodsCross Wildcats have made the trip down here, and they go into the locker room trailing. If you're Maple Mountain, you have to really like the progress that seems to have been made during at least the first half of the ball game. We'll see what happens here with anybody's game still with the whole second half to play. We welcome in my good pal and friend. He's laughing already. He's excited to be here. Jerry Huffman, great to have you with us here. We're not used to talking.
It's good to be here. Yeah, I'm usually on the sideline, but for the next couple of years, I'm just going to sit back and watch my kid play and enjoy it.
Should be fun for sure. People can't see this at home, but Jerry, you have a nice little comfortable lawn chair down by the athletic director. I believe Dave Boyack was sitting down with you. You're just sitting right there by the 5-yard line, just hanging out, having fun.
Yeah, it's nice and comfortable down there, and you don't have the crowd in your ear, and it's just kind of a relaxing Friday night for a change.
Impressions of the first half. Both teams had moments where they really did a lot of things well.
I'm telling you, this team this year have come a long way. They were mostly juniors playing last year, and they seniors now. You can tell they're seasoned. They stay where they're supposed to. They're not trying to overplay their position. They're really well disciplined. That coaching staff has them on point this year.
And when you take a look at it, that first half, we saw both quarterbacks do a fairly good job. We saw both running backs have a spectacular performance, really, when you take a look at it right now. What's the key? Who wins this game and why?
I'm telling you, the key for Maple Mountain is that offensive line. First of all, they are big. I haven't seen a line this big in a while. And the good thing about it is they're young. The Bastion, 52, and Olsen, I believe 73, are seniors. But anchoring the middle, Spencer Marchand, that kid is big. He's got good feet. And he's been working on his endurance every year, and he's opened up big holes in the middle. Now, I hope they can get Bastion back. I hope, 52, he went down, I think, end of the third, beginning of the second. And another junior came in for him. Oh, my goodness, Calvin Smith, who has the heart of a champion, but his body, he needs to get a little more body mass. He'll stay in it tenacity-wise, but physics.
When you take a look at WoodsCross, this was a team that went 7-5 last year, won the game pretty handedly last year up at WoodsCross, and it really looked like early on they were at a point where they could turn it up, but a couple of miscues really turned. I feel like kept Maple Mountain in those 2 high snaps. What happens first week? Is it just jitters, or what happens that causes the high snap?
So, if you've been getting a certain amount of pressure on the inside, and our defensive interior is really good for Maple Mountain, and is hurrying that center, we have to snap the ball, get on a block, then mistakes happen. Spencer Marchand had a couple mis-snaps where he just kind of gets a little tired, and he'll come in low. Dorn was able to, drop it, pick one up, and still make a play out of it. That's what he does best. But that's where it starts. And at center, that is a key position, and you cannot have bad snaps because that ruins drives.
It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second half. Anyone's ball game here. The teams are getting ready to take the field. We're going to let Jerry go back to his nice, relaxing Friday night here, and we'll take a break on Spanish Fork 17. When we come back, we'll kind of review the first half. We'll get you ready for the second here. High school football on Spanish Fork 17 is back after the break.
Hi, welcome to 2 Jack's Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet? MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Well, here at halftime, you can see the mountains here off in the distance. The lights are coming on, and I think it's official. I can say for the first time it's Friday Night Lights here on Spanish Fork 17. Maple Mountain on top, 15-14 here as we will get back here to the second half. Ryan Pickens alongside Andrew LaRose. And Andrew, when you take a look at this first half, it really started off. You saw Maple Mountain have that nice, impressive opening drive to really kind of open this ball game up. Initially, it looked like it was going to be pretty much back and forth, and that's what we got.
It is exactly what we got. It's been a very fun ball game, and the fact that it's 15-14, like this is as close as it gets, and this is exactly where Maple Mountain wanted to be going into the second half, is just giving themselves a shot to win this ball game after a winless season this past season. This is an opportunity for them to get a W right at the beginning, be able to build some momentum and get themselves going on the right foot here for this particular season. So it's going to be a fun one. I'm very excited for the second half.
Justice Samuelu had a really good first half for WoodsCross. We saw him do a little bit of everything. Catch some things out of the backfield, run, really showing that he's versatile and what he can bring to that WoodsCross offense. But really, that 24-yard touchdown run kind of swung momentum at the time.
It absolutely did. Like that was a big play for the Wildcats. And I thought at that point it was like, oh man, I don't know, the Golden Eagles may be kind of losing it here, but they were able to bounce back. A couple of miscues by the Wildcats kind of helped the Golden Eagles kind of stay in this one, and that key interception by Miller that really kind of gave them some momentum, gave them an opportunity to potentially like keep themselves in the ball game and prevent the Wildcats from being able to score again going into the second half. And so this is setting up perfectly for the Golden Eagles, and it still gives them an opportunity here to use their entire playbook. They can still really focus on harness and the running game, but they also really got Doherty going at the end of the first half there, getting him some nice crisp pockets and getting him out of the pocket even to make some plays. And so it's an opportunity here for the Golden Eagles to really put a nice statement here at the beginning of the season.
Not to bring up bad wounds if you're Maple Mountain, but the last time the Golden Eagles had a win, November 4th, 2016. Maple Mountain won 32-8 in Box Elder. That was here at home. They would go on the next week to lose to East in the state semifinals. And an opportunity here to try to see if you can start off the season with a positive 1-0 record and try to have that heading into your next contest against Uinta next week. An opportunity to try to get it going here. One to check just a couple of scores from throughout the state, maybe some ones that are of interest to us. Provo leading Cedar 31-0. That's at the half. Provo opening up the new high school tonight. They're up big right now. Timpanogos, they're leading Farmington. Farmington, the new high school up there. Timpanogos up 34-7 at the half. Looking here throughout the two regions here in the area. Mountain View leading Hurricane 17-6. Wasatch leading Park City 13-7. That one heading halftime. Payson up 14-0 at Ben Lamond. That one at the half. Or Ben Lomond, sorry. Ben Lomond, thank you. Mountain Crest Mountain Crest leading Salem Hills 22-3. Next week, a fun one. Springville was leading earlier. They're going to be at home. We're going to see Spanish Fork for the first time. That was a fun one last year at Spanish Fork. It'll be interesting now to see how that one kind of changes when we go into next week. And speaking of Spanish Fork, at the half, Ridgeline leading Spanish Fork 18-3 up north, and Dixie leading Springville 21-12 down in Dixie. So just kind of a couple of interesting scores to pass along here at the half. We're about ready for the second half, so settle in, tighten the seatbelt, because boy, if this is anything like the first half, we're going to have a back and forth affair.
Oh yeah, we are. It's going to be a good one. I expect it to be pretty similar to the first half. We're going to see a focus on the run game still. Again, no team is really like pulled away necessarily, but the strength of each offense so far has really been the running game, while mixing in enough of the passing game to keep the defenses honest. And so expect to see a heavy dose of both of the running backs, and to be able to also see a couple of plays. I expect some big chunk plays. I expect some big, long vertical plays as we get here to the end of the game.
Second half underway. A low line drive kick returned by Peyton Todd, and Todd will keep it this time to the lower part of your screen. Gets outside across the 40 to midfield. It's a foot race. He'll be brought down to the 35-yard line, and just what you wanted it for Maple Mountain, an opportunity to try to open up the second half and kind of put that punch right back to WoodsCross.
Yeah, and that's why you do the fake there. Oh, it was so perfect, because it had been, they actually pitched it on the last one. On this one, he keeps it and gets huge yardage. Just a great way to start off the second half.
So it'll be first down and 10 for Maple Mountain, but there's going to be a penalty. It's going to be a hold against Maple Mountain, so that's going to bring everything back. I believe that's going to end up being 10 yards from the spot. It's going to put the ball, instead of at about the 35-yard line of WoodsCross, back at Maple Mountain's own 45-yard line, and it will be Cam Dorney, who had a pretty spectacular first half. The one mistake was the interception that Grady Nelson just kind of stood back and played center field on.
Yeah, a couple of overthrows as well in the first half, but generally has looked really sharp in this game.
Right up the middle. This is number 27. That is Hiram Frorer there on the carry.
Again, you're not always going to see Harness there in the backfield. Like, they are going to mix it up, give the defense a different look with some different players. And again, this is all about opening up the playbook a little bit, opening up players, kind of giving different looks, and it's helping to diversify this offense that really struggled last season. And so I'm liking this. I'm liking seeing different players. I'm liking the emphasis on the run game, but I'm also liking that they're working on getting Dorney outside of the pocket and using his mobility.
Dorney will throw, this time over the middle. That's complete to Braden Worthington, who's inside the 40 down to about the 35-yard line. And that's going to be good enough there for another first down for Maple Mountain. They've done a nice job right there of being able to find a way. Again, going back to keeping it simple.
Yeah, perfectly drawn up play. Just a nice job there by Dorney. Takes the nice drop back, instantly gets it to his tight end Worthington, and a nice big yardage play there. But it's just one of those that was just simple, easy, boom, huge yards.
First down and 10, ball on the WoodsCross 37. Back to throw, Dorney steps up, and this time he's going to end up getting a couple of yards. There's a penalty flag that comes in at the end of the play. And we'll see which way this one's going. And Cam Dorney's saying face mask here against WoodsCross. We'll wait for the official call as we see our official in the white hat. And I think just by his motion, he's going to say personal foul face mask. And it will be a personal foul face mask there on the defense. That will be a first down for Maple Mountain now for sure. The difficult part with it is a one-point game right now at 15-14, Andrew. A touchdown and the extra point at that point makes it an 8-point game, but makes it perhaps get that crucial 2-point conversion.
Yeah, it was a good job there by the Golden Eagles to get that 2-point conversion early in the first half, because it forces WoodsCross's hand a little bit. That way they are going to need a 2-point conversion to really keep themselves at pace here with the Golden Eagles.
Froyer right up the middle there. He's going to be inside the 15, down to the 12-yard line. And a nice job there as That will bring up a second down and a couple here for Maple Mountain. Again, just straight halfback dive right up the middle. But you see the linemen getting out and blocking. They're getting downfield. That's a great sign in that running game.
That's huge. Like, you've got to get that second level blocking. It's when you can get those offensive linemen, if you get them out blocking linebackers, that's when it really opens things up, and that's when you can get big chunks in the running game.
You have two guys. You have 79, Austin Olson, number 73, in the middle. Jeremy Wood kind of controlling both sides of the line. Dorney throws it away at the last minute, incomplete. Nothing there going on as Dorney just kind of rolls away and throws it out.
And that's smart. I like that decision. It's something that I was a little worried about in the first half when he got that overthrow that forced the interception. Is he going to have the presence of mind to be able to kind of give up on some plays? And that is a perfect example. Sometimes you just got to throw it away. You live for another play. In this case, you've only got 2 yards to go, and so you don't want to force anything. Just go ahead, throw the ball away, and give yourself a chance here on third down.
It'll be third down and about 2, a very manageable situation for Maple Mountain. Hiram Freuer, the back in the backfield. Here's the give, straight up the middle. It'll be enough for the first down inside the 10, down to about the 4-yard line. And Freuer again gets another first down.
Freuer has looked great on this drive. I like that they're bringing him in and kind of giving a nice change up here. As you can see, this is a great block right there by 64, and also nice, just good job totally there by the offensive line to just kind of keep everyone at bay. And Freuer is just doing a good job of reading the gaps. Like, sometimes it's not going to go designed perfectly the way that you do, but you just got to be able to read, know where to go, and know which gap you're going for, and he's doing a nice job of reading that.
Hunsley Pay was a big part of the running game for Maple Mountain last year. Left after the graduation. That one incomplete. Looking out of the backfield, Freuer, I think, was wide open, and Dorney, I think, just missed him there.
Oh, man, that one hurts because he was so wide open, just perfectly open there in the flat. So unfortunately for Dorney, just misses Freuer, and it looks like now we're looking at a second down play here.
Second down and goal from the 5. Maple Mountain trying to see if they can extend their lead here early in the third quarter.
Got Christensen down there at the bottom of the screen. I wouldn't be shocked if you could see a fade route here. Just with the length that Christensen has, it just makes so much sense.
One of the returning leaders is Sonny, and right there going down in the backfield, getting there was number 99. That is Brian Merriman there, the senior, getting there for the sack. Merriman, one of the big guys on that line, will play multiple positions for WoodsCross, makes his presence felt, and now brings up a third and goal from the 11, and really might have done Maple Mountain a little bit of a favor there in the sense of gives them a little more room to work with now.
It really does, and so it just gives them the opportunity to spread out the offense a little bit, and that way you're not bunched up there near the goal line and kind of not having enough room to operate. So, I mean, this could be an advantage here for Maple Mountain, but again, cannot overstress like the greatness of that play. Like, it was a great blitz, read it perfectly, and got the sack there. But we'll see what Dorney's able to do here on third down. Probably looking at a pass play here, probably looking for an opportunity to get themselves in the end zone.
Third down 11, and now we're going to have, it looks like, a procedure call. The official from the far side of the field throws the flag, and it will go against Maple Mountain. And that will bring up a third down and goal from the 16. And now you're getting into that range, though, where it kind of isn't an advantage to have that extra room because now you almost have too much room.
Yeah, now it's detrimental. You've got 16 yards to go. Now you've kind of limiting the playbook a little bit. Now you've got to really look for a little bit of a deeper pass to be able to get yourself in the end zone, and so it just kind of shrinks that playbook just enough that now it's not so much of an advantage. Now you've really got to get a decent chunk of yardage here to keep this drive going.
Third and goal from the 16, 8:07 to play here in the third quarter. 15-14 Maple Mountain. Dorney back to throw, looking for the fade route for Christensen. He goes down, and there's the flag. As Sonny there, the corner, we talked about that one-on-one matchup a minute ago. Right there, Sonny, it looks like, just ends up being beat, and I think he got worried Christensen was going to come down, and that's a big time there where sometimes it's advantageous to take the penalty.
Yeah, in that case, you probably do just want to go ahead and take the penalty because Christensen just so much length at 6'5", and really just had the positioning there to really get to the ball. And so, unfortunately, yeah, that's one of those ones where it's like, well, I got to make a play, so pass interference it is.
it's been a pretty, for an opener, it's been a pretty clean game when it comes to penalties. Generally in the opener you see a few more penalties for procedure, timing's off, but really for the most part we've had a handful, but really for an opener it's not too bad.
Yeah, honestly, like I expected more miscues, I expected more penalties, I expected more high snaps, low snaps, overthrown balls, underthrown balls, misread routes, different things like that. But really, it has been a fairly clean game, and so it's been quite impressive to see the execution for both teams.
Cole Christensen goes to the very top of your screen there, matched up with Sam Stone. Watch out the matchup there, 6'5" against 5'9". Dorney pulls it out, throws it out into the flat, has a man there, that's Wills, but he loses it, incomplete, and that will bring up fourth down and goal from the 8, and I think we might see Maple Mountain just try to take the 3 here.
Yeah, which wouldn't be such a terrible thing. Just get some points on the board here on this drive. So, I mean, it kind of stings a little bit to not get the touchdown, and that was an opportunity to be able to have gotten it there, but just not quite. Kind of a little bit of a duck throw there, didn't give him enough lead room. But, obviously, anytime you can get points on the board, you got to take it.
Hayden Nielsen on for the field goal. This looks good from here, and it is good with 7:48 to go here in the third quarter. Maple Mountain extends their lead out to 18-14 here with 7:48 to play in the third quarter. A good opportunity right there. And again, that's a good opening drive of the second half. You come away with points. Your first drive and your opening drive of the second half, you come away with points both times.
Yeah, nothing to sniff at. Again, like I said earlier, it does kind of sting a little bit to not get the touchdown there when you were so close, but the opportunity to get points on the board is so crucial, especially in a game like this where you're at home. You give yourself some momentum here at the beginning of the second half. Just get points on the board, extend the lead a little bit. And so this is exactly where Maple Mountain wants to be. They're in the driver's seat here in this game, and as long as they can do their best to hold them up here, do their best to kind of get a stop here on this particular drive, the momentum is all on their side right now.
18-14, and the kick, this one going pretty deep. It's going to go to about the 2-yard line. It's going to be returnable here. I believe this is Stone, number 19, on the return, and Sam Stone gets it out to the 26-yard line right here. And I was just looking at the Doppler radar here. As Stone, a nice job on this return.
Yeah, absolutely great job on the return. There wasn't a ton of blocks there. It's just, run forward, get what you can on the kickoff, and he did a good job of accelerating and at least getting himself a little bit past the 25-yard line there.
Right here, the Doppler radar not looking good the more north you go tonight as well, but most of it staying out of the southern part of Utah County. And here's the give. It's Justice Samuelu up the middle, and this time Samuelu misses. I think might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but do you see this Maple Mountain defense playing with more confidence here as we get here into the second half? They did some great things in that first half. Do you see that maybe building on that a little bit here in the second half?
Oh, absolutely. The confidence that was built in the first half is absolutely crucial. With a team that, again, as we've kind of said before, kind of struggled last year, this is such a great thing for this team to be able to settle in and have had a good first half and now build on that in the second.
Nagel with the completion to Jordan Johnson. That's going to be enough for a first down, as Nagel there put that ball on a thread and found the one spot where Jordan Johnson could come away with it.
It's beautiful, and I've been very impressed with Jordan Johnson's body control. He does a very good job of placing himself and getting himself in a position where he can get his hands on the ball and be able to stay in bounds at all times. He's just been quite impressive, a good pass catcher for the Wildcats.
Samuelu gets outside, and Samuelu's going to have about 5, maybe 6. It looks like he's going to have pretty close to about 5 yards there on first down. And Crowther getting in there on the tackle there for Maple Mountain.
Samuelu, again, as you see here on the instant replay, just gets himself nice out on the boundary and accelerates and gets what he can heading toward the sideline. He's been very impressive in this game. Definitely has been a huge factor in the Wildcat offense.
Nerdin in the backfield. They throw it out quickly. They get it out. That is Jordan Johnson again, number 81. Johnson will have another first down into Maple Mountain territory at the 46-yard line, and most importantly, another WoodsCross first down.
Perfectly executed there by Nagel. He gets the play action there, but then just quickly gets the hit over there to Johnson. Great play.
First and 10 from the 46. The give right up the middle right there. That was Sam Nurden there on the carry, number 5. And Nurden able to get about 3 or 4 there on first down. Caden Crowther again in on the tackle.
Crowther doing a good job on this drive, being just finding the ball, finding the guy with the ball and getting over to him. Nice little change-up run there, though, by Nurden. That was a good call there by WoodsCross.
Second down and 7. Back to throw. Nagel puts this one out there. That one's going to be tipped, but it's caught. A nice heads-up play there. And that is number 88, Tucker Goodfellow. It was tipped, I believe, out of the hands of Nurden. He just didn't handle it. Went right up here, as we'll see on the replay. And Tucker Goodfellow quickly gets his hand on it and then picks up another about close to 10 yards.
Yeah, that's one of those ones that you practice in practice. You do those tip drills for that very reason. You're going to get balls that are up in the air, and you got to be ready for them. Good job there by Goodfellow.
Samuelu gets the carry on first down. He's down to about the 23-yard line there. So a long gain of maybe 2 or 3 for Samuelu. And once again, Caden Crowther's been all over the field for Maple Mountain in the second half.
Yeah, he's done a good job. He's definitely got a good nose for the ball. Has done a good job of recognizing where the play is going and getting himself in position to make a play.
Second and 8 from the 23-yard line. Nagel back to throw. Looks over the middle. Has Quinn, that is Quinn Capalucci right there with his first reception inside the 10 down to about the 3-yard line, and WoodsCross going quickly right there.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of Capalucci in this game, but that is a dangerous athlete there. I know that he's one that they've used in a lot of gadgety type plays. They even sometimes have him throw the ball, and so that was definitely an opportunity to get him out in the open field and almost got a touchdown off of it.
High snap, Samuelu gets it and gets in for his second score of the night. This one from 3 yards out, has one from 24 yards out earlier, and WoodsCross has the lead with 4:55 to play here in the third quarter.
Yeah, a lot of high snaps, but it actually kind of worked in their favor as it kind of distracted the defense just enough that Samuelu was able to find the hole there and barrels in for another touchdown. He has been so impressive in this game and really has put the team on his back in this game.
4:55 to play here in the third quarter. A very quick third quarter going here, as now it will be Tucker Goodfellow to come on for the point after touchdown to try to make this a 3-point game here with the pending PAT. Low snap, they get it down. It's a line drive kick, and it's through. And with 4:55 to play in the third, 21-18 lead for WoodsCross. Most of these games have come down to being fairly close, especially the ones played here at Maple Mountain. And this one living up to the hype right here for Maple Mountain. Let's take a moment here on Spanish Fork 17. Let's thank our sponsors for making this one and every one of our future broadcasts possible.
Okay, we got the Tony Basso Auto Group, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, MVP Sports, Prime Mortgage Lending, Mikhail Christiansen Wise, Attorneys at Law, Two Jacks Pizza, and State Farm, Lance Wilson.
We want to remind you that you can catch this game and many of our other live broadcasts on our YouTube page, youtube.com/Spanish Fork 17, to keep up with our latest shows, live broadcasts, and our Spanish Fork 17 staff. Just look for Spanish Fork 17. Also, sfcn.org. You can hit the watch, or I think it's watch live.
Yeah, watch live.
It is right there, and we can be able to get you throughout the internet here as first of what's scheduled to be, I believe, 10 broadcasts throughout the week. Next week, we're at Springville. We're not back here at Maple Mountain until October 5th. So one of, I believe, 2 trips. There it is. 7 o'clock kickoff next week. Spanish Fork and Springville. If both of those scores holds up, they're both going to be going into that one with an 0-1 record.
Yeah, that's interesting because those are 2 teams that you wouldn't think would be losing on opening weekend, but, sometimes it happens.
Deep kickoff. This one's going to be returnable, and it's going to be Peyton Todd trying to get the outside. Successful last time. This time he'll get out across the 30. And still a fairly good return there for the Golden Eagles. And now Maple Mountain will have an opportunity here as Jack Clark got in on the tackle. And with 4:46 to go, Cam Dorney will try to get back out here for this Maple Mountain offense and try to see if he can build off of the offense that had in the first half. The opening drive of the second half was still a good one, ended in points. WoodsCross has scored more on their possession.
They did, and so that's why they took the lead. But they still got to be encouraged by the fact that they did get points on the previous drive here in the second half. And so as long as they can string together some good positive plays, they've got another shot here to be able to retake the lead.
Harness back in the game, breaks one tackle, stays on his feet, fights for a couple of more yards, and then a whole pack of Wildcats getting in there on the stop. Carson Miller getting in there, number 40.
And one
getting in there on the tackle.
Gorgeous run there by Harness. As you saw, he stiff arms 42 and just sends him to the ground. Oh, Harness is looking really, really powerful on a lot of these runs. And they're going to need him to continue to run powerfully during the rest of this game.
2nd down and 5. The wind beginning to kind of pick up here at Maple Mountain. Ready to go. 2nd and 5. Ball in the 37. Back to throw. Dorney steps up, rolls away, looks down the field into double coverage, and the pass is nearly intercepted. It goes incomplete, and that brings up 3rd down and about 5 right here.
You know, he put himself actually in a position that I thought that could have potentially been a decent throw, but just sails it over. And, yeah, very dangerous. Could have been picked off there. You kind of wonder if Dorney maybe should have just scrambled up and tried to get a couple of yards instead of trying to force a throw downfield. But we'll see what we can dial up here. We'll see what happens on 3rd and 5.
3rd down and 5, ball in the 37. 3 minutes and 53 seconds to go here in the quarter here. Over the middle, there is Braden Worthington. He's got a 1st down across the 45 to about the 46-yard line. That moves the chains for Maple Mountain. And the Golden Eagles, once again, going back to what has seemed to work, and that's been kind of picking the middle part of the field apart for WoodsCross.
Yeah, as you can see on the Tony Basso instant replay here, nice catch there by Worthington, and it was just a quick hit there for Dorney. You know, just gets the ball and just quick release, gets it right there to Worthington. Again, those are the types of plays. That's what extends drives. That's what gets you in a position to be able to score points.
1st down and 10, ball on the 46-yard line. Dorney fakes the handoff, gives it right up the middle, this time going nowhere. Does a nice job there. As Merriam getting in there on the tackle for WoodsCross for no gain on 1st down.
Yeah, I think that was potentially an opportunity for the Golden Eagles to have run play action. I think that there's been a lot of runs on 1st down, and so WoodsCross knew that was going to be a thing going into this play, and so that would have been a great time to fake it to Harness and then maybe get a quick hit over to Christensen or to Worthington. Just get a nice big chunk of yards on 1st down.
2nd down and 10, ball on the 46. Dorney back to throw, sets up the screen, tries to get it to Kyson Hall, in and out of the hands of Hall. I think that was one of those situations where Hall knew he was going to have to make a quick move and just didn't catch the football.
It's hard because you're just thinking a little too far ahead. You got to catch the ball before you can actually make a move, but it's so difficult because it's just a split second. You got to get it and then be moving, and I think he was thinking about moving before actually getting the catch.
It'll be 3rd down and 10, ball on the 46-yard line. 2 minutes and 45 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. Maple Mountain and WoodsCross has been exchanging blows all night. WoodsCross currently winning the battle 21-18. Dorney from shotgun with 4 wide receivers back to throw. Looking over the middle, throws it high, and pass almost intercepted. Believe that was number 3 once again, Gabe Nelson. Almost had his 2nd pick of the night. And there's a ball where once again we just see Cam Dorney releasing out a little bit too high.
It really is. It's unfortunate because that's a big target there in Worthington, 6'2" frame, and he gets on up there. He jumps up and tries to get that reception, but just a bit of an overthrow by Dorney, and now it forces the 4th down play.
4th down and 10, and it will be Zach Peterson, the senior, on to punt. Back deep for WoodsCross will be number 2. That is Braden Freestone, who's had a fairly quiet night for the most part. We'll see what he gets to do here with this punt. He's standing back at his own 15-yard line. Good snap. Peterson gets the punt off. It's a pretty good kick. Freestone runs up to it on the 21, catches it on the run. He'll get across the 25 before being dropped. 3 or 4 Golden Eagles getting there on the tackle, and with 2:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter, WoodsCross with a 3-point lead and the football.
Yeah, it's a bit bittersweet there for the Golden Eagles to have not been able to get some points in that drive, but I mean, at the very least, it's not great field position here, for WoodsCross, and so nice job there by the punter to be able to at least give them a shot here on defense to contain them and maybe get the ball back in favorable position.
It'll be interesting to see with the lead if we see more of Justice Samuelu the rest of the way. 1st and 10 from their own 27, WoodsCross football. Nagel from shotgun, going to drop back to throw with some time. Looking into the flat, has a man, that's Jordan Johnson. And Johnson fights his way out to close to about the 40-yard line. That's going to be close enough for another first down. Again, they get about 13, just going right over the middle.
Yeah, this is a great play. It's a nice shallow cross there for Johnson. As you see, just a great view here on the Tony Basso instant replay. A nice catch by Johnson and a really good play to call up on first down, as Maple Mountain was probably expecting a run from Samuelu. Instead, they get the shallow cross.
Now they'll see Samuelu, and there he's going to have a close to another first down. And this is, I think, the concern as that wind really starts to pick up here at Maple Mountain. The concern that you could see here, you're trailing, and you have to think with a powerful back like Samuelu, if you see him majority of the rest of the way, how long is it going to take before your players start having hands on their hips and are going to get tired here the rest of the way?
Oh, it's going to be difficult. Samuelu is such a powerful runner. Like he's going to be wearing down linebackers, wearing down defensive linemen the rest of the night.
There's a pass out into the flat that goes incomplete. It was looking for Braden Freestone, and it will bring up a 2nd down and 10.
A bit of a dangerous throw there. It was not quite double coverage, but essentially double coverage with how the routes were run in that particular play. And so, oh man, almost threaded the needle, but also potentially had an opportunity there for an interception. Thankfully for Nagel, it wasn't.
2nd down and 10, ball on the 49-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Nagel back to throw, looking over the middle, has a man. That's going to be close. It's going to be incomplete. Believe that was Braden Freestone, who might be a little shaken up, and he gets up, maybe a little frustrated there. He didn't come up with it, and that brings up 3rd and 10. Kind of changes the element, though. You can hear that wind starting to pick up here, and now, boy, it's blowing everything all over the press box here. As one of the WoodsCross coaches just helped me out, put the water there. Earlier I came up here and I went down to check something in the ambulance, and then my flip charts, Andrew, were down in like the 3rd row of bleachers.
Oh golly.
So they already ran away from me once tonight. 3rd down and 10. Nagel back to throw with some time. Being pressured now, having to dance around, still tries to get away, has some green in front of him, throws downfield, in and out of the hands of Jordan Johnson. It's probably the one time tonight that Johnson hasn't come up with the pass, and that one goes incomplete right here, as that will bring up a 4th down and 10. WoodsCross will have to look here to see if and they're leaving Nagel out onto the field here. I kind of wonder if Nagel has the potential to do those pooch kicks. Maybe they just see if they have a favorable matchup and take a shot here.
Well, it definitely makes sense. Or even force an offsides, which is...
And right there, whistles blow, and this is going to be, it looks like an offside penalty here against Maple Mountain. And now what used to be a 4th down and 10 now becomes a 4th and 5, and that changes things here a little bit as it gets down to about the 42-yard line, as that wind just continues to whip up here at Maple Mountain. Storms, we saw them during halftime, a whole bunch of lightning out towards over Utah Lake. Not sure, haven't seen the radar in probably close to 20 minutes, but I would imagine a storm's close by for it to be like this.
Oh yeah, you can hear the wind in our mics. Like it's getting crazy up here. And we'll see what happens here on 4th and 5.
Samuelu out of the backfield. Nagel going to take a shot, one-on-one coverage, and falling down. And here comes the flags, as it was one-on-one out there. I believe that was Goodfellow running stride for stride, and this time just beating over the top the Maple Mountain defender, the corner there, and that's going to be 15 and a 1st down for WoodsCross here after the penalty, as it just beat number 26. That was Herbie Wright trying to run stride for stride, and I don't think the ball was really catchable for the sense there of the wide receiver, so I don't think you really had to commit that penalty there.
I don't think you did either. I think that this is a big break here for WoodsCross. I mean, you just got to play decent enough defense, and like in that case, it was overthrown enough that probably not catchable. You didn't need to commit the foul, but you do what you got to do, I guess, and he committed the penalty.
Jamar Thomas there gets the carry and gets inside the 25 down to about the 23-yard line there, just on the sweep. Thomas, the backup running back, saw some significant time last year for the Wildcats, and we've seen him a few times tonight doing a nice job there, a nice pull there, and a good way to pick up 7 as that clock ticks under a minute 15 to play here in the third quarter.
Again, just a perfect example of, again, you stretch the field vertically on that pass interference call, and now you stretch the field horizontally with that sweep.
WoodsCross leading 21-18 here. The Wildcats threatening. Here's a one-on-one route looking for Capelucci, and that one's going to go incomplete. Capelucci split out there, and there's a whistle's blue. I'm looking for a penalty marker, but I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see a penalty flag. I heard the whistle, so I thought there was something somewhere. Nonetheless, it's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. And that's the nice thing, Andrew, about being in that position where you have that first down play, you pick up 6 or 7. It opens up where you can take a shot like that on 2nd down, and you're not really in a bad position.
It's important. Like, that's why you get decent yardage on 1st down, because it really opens up your playbook on 2nd.
Thomas trying to get outside, cuts it back to the middle, and this time Thomas going nowhere, and that will bring up 4th down. He might have gotten about a yard or so, so it's going to bring up a 4th down and about 4 here with 35 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter.
That's a huge stop for Maple Mountain. That is going to be able to force this 4th down, and I don't know. We'll see what WoodsCross dials up here on 4th. It looks like they're going for it.
Samuelu checks back in as the back. You have to watch him even out of the backfield here if maybe they'll try to do some kind of screen. 15 seconds on the game clock. Back to throw. Nagel pressured from the backside, throws it up, and then you could tell the wind caught that one as it went up. It just kind of fluttered towards the sideline. 4th down. That'll be a turnover on downs and give Maple Mountain the football. It really could come down to, with this wind, Andrew, it could come down to which team can run the ball better.
I think I agree with you fully. With the wind being as crazy as it is, like, it is going to force some errant throws. You got to be so careful about overthrowing, underthrowing, and even just the positioning of your ball is going to be so important in this wind. But as you said there, Ryan, like, it really amps up the importance of the run game. You've got to be able to control the clock, but you also need to be able to just control the run game, because that way you're avoiding the negative effects of this crazy wind.
1st down and 10, ball on the 23-yard line. They're going to go 3 wide receivers. Lewis is the back to the right there of Dorney. Hall goes in motion, low snap. It's going to be picked up by Dorney. He makes one man miss, but he's going to lose about 6 or 7, maybe 8 to end the 3rd quarter. We have played 3 complete here from Maple Mountain. And we'll wait here and see as the officials blow the play dead. We have played 3. It's WoodsCross 21, Maple Mountain 18. We'll take a break. We're back with the 4th here on Spanish Fork 17 after the break.
I definitely recommend the Driggs team. They're amazing.
Hi, my name is Greg Driggs. I'm the local manager for Prime Mortgage Lending, where our motto is find a path to yes. Stop by our office today on Main Street and let us help you get into your brand new home.
Wild Mustangs. They're supposed to be one of the most gentle creatures in nature.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these. That's why more people save money by combining their home and auto with State Farm.
Call State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if it does happen, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Contact Mike at McKell, Christiansen, and Wise.
Start of the 4th quarter here on Spanish Fork 17. It's starting to get a little interesting. We got some fun weather. We got a fun ball game. We got a 2nd and 14 coming up for Maple Mountain as the WoodsCross Wildcats lead this one by a score of 21-18. Ryan Pickens alongside Andrew LaRose. And Andrew, 4th quarter, the wind's picking up. We've seen the ball already be affected by the quarterbacks. So my question really comes down to, can Maple Mountain find a way to run or find some kind of productive offense that doesn't involve getting that ball up in the air?
Yeah, this is where the dual threat of Dorney can come into play.
Dorney chased back to his own goal line, takes a shot deep down the field for Christensen, who pushes off but it goes incomplete over the head there. I think Sam Stone wanted to see the pass interference. You saw Christensen kind of get away with the push there. And boy, what could have been a disastrous play for Maple Mountain. We've seen Cam Dorney do that a couple times tonight, Andrew, where he's ran back to the goal line and almost has gotten caught a couple times.
It's actually interesting because he used the ref as a pick, and it was just hilarious. It's a great field awareness to be able to know that, like, oh shoot, like let's go ahead and use the ref here for 2 seconds to be able to avoid the sack. But Dorney has done at least a decent job of giving themselves a shot on some of these plays. And again, his mobility, I think, is going to be crucial here in the fourth quarter. His ability to make something out of nothing with his legs is going to be very important because of how crazy this wind is. He may be relied on to use his legs for some big gains.
Pressure, Dorney again running back to the goal line. He'll throw this one incomplete. That one was intended for Luke Henderson, and that brings up 4th down and gives the ball back to WoodsCross. And you have to think you're going to see a healthy dose of Justice Samuelu.
Oh, absolutely. On this next drive, you know you're going to see a lot of Samuelu because they're going to be controlling the clock, and because of all this wind, like, that's really going to be your best option is go ahead and just get some decent run plays. Now, they'll want to diversify it a bit so that you're not just getting dives and slashes and things like that. You're going to need to expand the playbook and get yourself spread out horizontally while you're doing that. But yeah, you're definitely going to see a lot of Samuelu. But we'll see what happens here on 4th and 14.
Peterson back deep from his own 5. It's a good snap, gets the punt off. It goes absolutely straight up into the air and comes straight down, and it will be down to the 21-yard line. And there we go. There's the wind that might have just flipped the field, definitely flipped the field position, but definitely just caused a big problem there for Maple Mountain.
That absolutely hurts, and that tells you just how crazy conditions are here in the stadium. Like, you see, looking at the fans, their hair is whipping back and forth. It's crazy up here in the press box, like we were saying. Like, things are blowing all over the place. Like, that was absolutely brought back several yards. And so, man, unfortunate break for Maple Mountain.
1st down and 10, ball on the 20-yard line. They got 4 wide receivers on here for WoodsCross. Here's Nagel, gives it up the middle. Nothing going for Justice Samuelu right there, as it was, I believe that was Jack Francis, number 45, getting there on the tackle.
Yeah, Francis doing a nice job of reading that one. Again, you're going to see, as we've been saying, probably heavy doses of Samuelu here on this drive, and you got to know where he's going to be. You got to have a nose of, okay, what gap am I needing to go here to be able to get a tackle here. Just playing good, solid assignment defense is going to be important for Maple Mountain.
2nd down and 12, ball on the 22-yard line. Nagel from shotgun, Samuelu, there's the high snap. Nagel gets it down, drops it off to Samuelu out of the backfield, and Samuelu there is going to fight his way to about the 20, pick up the 2 yards he just lost, and bring up a 3rd down and 10.
Yep, nothing doing there, as you see here on the instant replay. Just really didn't see anything downfield. Just go ahead and flip it to Samuelu and see what he's able to do, and as you said, just kind of gets a couple yards there to kind of get themselves in position here on a long 3rd down.
Third down and 9, ball on the 19-yard line. So a nice pickup of 3 there for Samuelu. This might be, with the way this wind is, 2-down territory. Nagel back to throw with some time. Takes it out, tries to get it to Nerden, who breaks the tackle or 2, fights his way down to the 16-yard line, and so picks up 3 more. Will bring up about a 4th and 4, 4th and 5, and I think this is an easy decision. I think you have to go for it.
I think you do, just with how crazy the wind is. Like, it's just, I don't know if you can trust any kind of kicking game right now, and that was a great play, as you saw there. Like, again, Nagel's done a really good job of going through his progressions. He's looking for option 1, seeing it's not there, looking at option 2, seeing it's not there, and then does the smart thing and just dumps it off in the flat, gets some yardage, and give yourself a chance here on 4th down.
4th down and 5, ball on the 15-yard line. They're going to go 5 wide receivers on the play. Nagel all by himself in the backfield. WoodsCross needs the 10-yard line to convert here for a 1st down. Back to throw, and I think we had a whistle's timeout, Maple Mountain, and they'll use their first timeout here with 9:22 to go in the 4th quarter. So Brad Burtonshaw, definitely, and Jake Rosebeck, the defensive coordinator, definitely saw something that he didn't like in the, must have been in that play call, and felt like, hey, we need to use a timeout now. That lets you know the urgency of this stop.
Yeah, this is key. This is a key time for Maple Mountain. Like, they have to get a stop here. They cannot let WoodsCross get points here and extend that lead and potentially make it a two-possession game. So if you're seeing something in the offense that's like, oh boy, this is going to be a mismatch, go ahead and call the timeout, get your defense set, get yourselves in a good position so that you can get the stop here on fourth down, get the ball back, and hopefully work yourself in a place where you're in much better field position, and maybe even get yourself in a place where you can get some points on the board.
4th and 5, ball will be on the 15-yard line. WoodsCross needing to get inside the 10-yard line right here, looking to try to see here what they can do. It's going to be 4th and 5 from the 15-yard line.
Game-changing play right here. This is such an important play for this game.
Maple Mountain looking to try to see if they can come up with a stop. 5 wide receivers. Nagel from the shotgun set. Back to throw with some time. Looking over the middle. Has a man. That's going to be enough for a first down to that's Tucker Goodfellow on the catch. And a big conversion right there.
Great job here by Nagel. Here's the instant replay brought to you by Tony Basso. And so nice throw there by Nagel. Puts it on the back shoulder, right where only Goodfellow can get to the ball. Just also working that sideline as well. That was a beautifully executed play there by WoodsCross, and now they are continuing here on this drive.
1st and goal from the 8. It's Samuelu looking for his 3rd score of the evening. He'll get inside. He'll get to right around the 5-yard line right there and brings up a 2nd and goal from the 5.
You have just a good, powerful run there from Samuelu. And with it being this close to the goal line, you're probably going to expect maybe even another run here by Samuelu here on 2nd down. But you also could see the opportunity here for a play action and just a quick dump off.
2nd and goal from the 5. Nagel going to roll out, looking to look out in the flat and overthrew Samuelu there. That one goes incomplete, and that brings up a 3rd and goal situation. That was a really nice opportunity right there by Nagel to get to Samuelu and just overthrow him.
Absolutely. I think that was a great play, calling the rollout, giving a bit of a different flavor there, and certainly Samuelu was in a position maybe to be able to get that catch, but just a bit overthrown. Again, the wind is erratic here, so it's really hard to trust the passing game right now, but you still got to be able to use it.
3rd down and 5 for Nagel from the gun. He's got 3 wide receivers. High snap up over his head, picks it up, gets away, throws towards the end zone, has a man for a touchdown. Believe that's Goodfellow. That's Jordan Johnson on the catch. Touchdown, Wildcats.
As you can see here, the snap goes super high, and good job here by Nagel to be able to collect it. Finds his man, and what a leap by Jordan Johnson. Gets up and gets that ball, and we're now looking at a 2-possession game here as WoodsCross gets those points on the board.
8:24 to go, and now we'll see some more of an experiment, I guess you could call it, with the kicking game here with that win. Kicking the extra point will be number 83. Sorry, that's number 88. That's Tucker Goodfellow, and well, the wind didn't seem to bother him there. It puts it right through the uprights. And a 28-18 lead here with 8:24 to go in the 4th quarter. A big moment here coming for Maple Mountain. This next possession will have a big outcome, I feel like, on the game.
They've really got to get points here, Ryan. They really have to get points here. That was a great answer by WoodsCross to be able to get that touchdown, and this is Maple Mountain's time. They absolutely have to figure out a way to get points on the board on this drive. Otherwise, it's going to be really difficult sledding here with a 10-point lead now for WoodsCross. They've got to hope that they can get some big chunk plays, whether it's through the ground game or whether you risk it and go ahead and figure out a way to get the passing game going, or you use Dorney's legs to be able to get some chunk plays. But they've got to get the offense going and get some points on the board here so they can give themselves a shot in this game.
So now with 8:24 to go in the 4th quarter right here, a big moment here and a big possession for Maple Mountain. We'll see how Tucker Goodfellow will make this kick, whether he'll go deep or whether he'll kind of go with the squib kick. And now the ball falls off the tee as that wind continuing to pick up here at Maple Mountain.
Yeah, no surprise there. It is so windy. I'm not even shocked. They may have to consider at some point here having someone hold the ball.
So here's the kickoff, a low line drive kick down to the 4-yard line. It's Peyton Todd who runs into somebody, and then getting out across the 32 or the 25-yard line. It will actually be Lewis on the carry, and then we'll have a 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line there. That's where that reverse can be kind of tough sometimes if you run into the same real estate.
Yeah, that's one where I maybe kind of disagree with that particular play. Like, it's a low line drive. You probably just need to go ahead and just take the yards that you can get. You don't necessarily need to take that time to fake anything or to actually make the reverse. Just go ahead and just march up the field, get what you can, get yourselves in as favorable of a field position as you can.
1st down and 10. Ball will be on the 25-yard line. Cam Dorney may not have the ability right here to throw a lot of shots down the field here, but we'll have to wait and see what happens here. 8:15 to go, 4th quarter. Big drive for Maple Mountain right now as they'll start at their own 25-yard line.
Expect to see a heavy dose of the run game here, or utilizing the short passing game.
It's Harness in the backfield, breaks free, and will get a couple of extra yards right there, as it was going to be Sonny there, number 42, getting in on the tackle right there. A punishing hit in the backfield there. Harness was all over that. A nice job there. Enough hard, tight run right through the middle.
Yeah, nice job to break some tackles and to make that a positive play. That could have very easily been a tackle for loss. Instead, Harness does a good job of sticking his feet, being strong, and getting some positive yardage out of that play.
2nd down and 8, ball on the 27-yard line. 7:34 to go here in the 4th quarter. Here's the give right up the middle to Harness. This time nothing. The ball comes loose and WoodsCross has it. Wildcats get a big break there. They force the fumble, and coming away with it, trying to see who came away with it there for WoodsCross. I just saw a whole bunch of Wildcats. I'm not exactly sure who came away with the fumble, but nonetheless it will be WoodsCross football, and they'll have it inside the 25, looking to try to see if they can drive.
That's a heartbreaker for the Golden Eagles. Just a bad exchange there on the handoff, and unfortunately it's going to cost them big time. That's a big turnover. It puts the Wildcats in great scoring position to really extend this lead and really kind of maybe potentially put this game away.
1st down and 10, ball on the 15-yard line. Samuelu the back next to Nagel. Ready to go from the gun, Samuelu. Nagel will throw on 1st down, throws over the middle, has a man for the touchdown, and that is Tucker Goodfellow. And you have to think, if you're WoodsCross, you might have just put the finishing touches on a Week 1 victory here, as Nagel goes over the middle to Goodfellow.
That's an absolute bullet there by Nagel. A great run, a great route there by Goodfellow to get himself open right there in the middle of the field. I don't think they were expecting a pass there. I think they definitely were expecting a run from Samuelu. Instead, they fake a sweep, and they get it right open in the middle there for Goodfellow. And yeah, that could be a nail in the coffin there for Maple Mountain.
7:21 to go here in the 4th quarter. An opportunity right here as the extra point is up, and it is going to be good with 7:21 to go. So WoodsCross tacks on 14 in a matter of about 2 or 3 minutes, and that really just opens this ball game up. If you're Maple Mountain now, for sure, it's might be more about building some good positive momentum into next week than necessarily coming from behind to win this ball game, because on a normal night where you don't have the wind gusts like you have right now, you might be able to maybe throw your way back into it, get a quick touchdown, get the ball back quickly. But on a night like tonight where that wind is just swirling right here, it's definitely going to be tough here right now. Let's take a moment here on Spanish Fork 17. Let's get ready for next week. We have a 7 o'clock kickoff just down the road a little ways. Spanish Fork will make a much shorter trip than they made this week going to Logan, This next week they head to Springville to take on the Red Devils in what should be a fun meeting of former region foes. Very close, Spanish Fork and Springville. It should be a fun one. Willie Child, the job he's done at Springville. They've made the semifinals a couple of years in a row. Spanish Fork, Preston Parish, really building that program. It's going to be, I think, a fun rivalry to watch here over the next 2 or 3 years. I know Preston Parish very familiar to the areas up north, up in the Davis County area. A longtime assistant there at Davis. 7:21 to go, fourth quarter. Maple Mountain will get the football here as that wind has not really chased anyone away for sure tonight.
Yeah, here it comes. They're going to actually have someone hold the ball.
It might be the best thing to do right now is some more thunderstorms moving closer and closer into the area. To give you an idea, it was 92 degrees at kickoff. My phone right now, and I don't know how accurate that is for weather reports, saying it's 78 degrees right now, saying that it dropped a ton. 7:21 to go in the fourth quarter. And we'll kick this one away, and that one will go to about the 4-yard line on the return coming out. Here's Lewis. He'll keep it across the 15, tries to get outside across the 20, and he'll be brought down right there at the 20-yard line, where Maple Mountain will start their next possession here with 7:12 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that was an absolute screamer of a kickoff. That was a line drive that definitely had some nice carry to it with the wind. And, you know, a good enough job to get up to the 20-yard line. That's kind of like the baseline of like, okay, if I can at least get to the 20, like, I'm okay with things. But this does give them an uphill battle here. They got to go 80 yards to be able to get a touchdown here, and they definitely need the 7 points with the big deficit here of 17.
Looking to try to get something going here. Cam Dorney's from the shotgun set right here. Lewis is the back in the backfield. And now somebody jumping right there. Cole Christensen just getting a little eager there at the bottom of your screen, and he'll get moved there with the 5-yard penalty. And Maple Mountain moving backwards before they can start moving forward.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You could just tell with Christensen, he was just a little too amped up, a little too excited to be able to run that route. You just saw him freeze there for a couple seconds of just like, oh my gosh, this is not what we need right now. Because penalties like that, especially right now when you're already 80 yards back, now we're 85 yards back with that penalty, just unfortunate. But we'll see what they can dial up here on 1st and 15.
First down and 15, 7:12 to go. Dorney over the middle, in and out of the hands of Worthington. It's intercepted right there by WoodsCross. The Wildcats force their second turnover here of the fourth quarter. We'll see this one on replay. Here's Cam Dorney again, a low snap, tries to get rid of it quickly, and right there, I believe that was number 15 coming up, Jackson Keene, the senior linebacker, coming up with the pick.
Yep, huge play, and that's going to be really difficult now for Maple Mountain to come back from this one. Just a nice play by the defense, just a bit overthrown there by Dorney. It hit the hands of Worthington, but just the velocity and everything, it was going to be just difficult. Again, the score is 35-18. WoodsCross is up right now, and it is 1st and 10 at the 22 for them. Slings on over to Johnson. Johnson gets tackled, gets a couple of yards there on the play. Just a nice, good play there for WoodsCross on 1st down.
So, thank you, Andrew. As there's 2 windows right behind us. We opened it up because when we got here, it was, really warm. And well, it's gotten much cooler, but we closed the windows in between the break there to try to make sure here. Our stuff was blowing all over the place. The WoodsCross coaches to our left was. And here's Samuelu trying to get outside. He's to about the 16-yard line, picks up a gain of about 2, and it's 3rd down and 4 coming up here for Maple Mountain.
Yeah, getting to flex off my play-by-play abilities right there. You're definitely better. But as you saw there, Samuel just getting what you can there, which is exactly what WoodsCross really needs to do. They are in full control here, and so you don't need to force anything. Just run nice, easy plays that will get you some yardage, and now you've only got 3 yards to go here on 3rd down.
Third down and 3, ball on the 15-yard line. 6:23 to go here in the fourth quarter, as the officials are having a long conversation here. I'm looking around to see a penalty flag down, and it looks like there's going to be a penalty here. Personal foul against WoodsCross. This will move them back, and it'll bring up third down. It's going to be close to about 20 or so coming up here for the WoodsCross Wildcats. 6:23 to go here in the fourth quarter. A 35-18 lead for WoodsCross. The Wildcats trying to see if they can get something going here.
Yeah, that penalty definitely hurts them. Obviously, when it was 3rd and 3, pretty easy going. Like, you could have probably easily gotten the first down. But at this point, 3rd and 18, a little bit harder to get that big play to be able to get you a conversion. So we'll see what happens here.
Back to throw with some time. Stepping up is Nagel. Tries to put it down, pump fakes, and throws this one towards the sideline. Incomplete. Looking there for number 2. That is Braden Freestone, and it brings up 4th down and 18. And I would imagine having an opportunity here to go for it.
Yeah, again, as we've noted before, this is kind of one of those sections where it's no man's land, and so you kind of do expect them to go ahead and go for it.
It's going to be 4th and 18, ball on the 31-yard line. 35-18 here in favor of WoodsCross. The Wildcats trying to hold on and get a Week 1 victory. They're reaching. Region 5 is going to be a pretty tough race up there.
It absolutely is. There's some really good teams in that region. It's going to be a battle right up to the end of the regular season.
And there's the punt going into the end zone and out of bounds by Nagel, and that will give Maple Mountain the football back here with 5:51 to go. And if there's a time when Maple Mountain needs a quick score, it's definitely right now. This one may be out of reach for the most part, but having that opportunity to at least try and get some points back on the board here, vital for Maple Mountain. Let's take a moment here on Spanish Fork 17 to thank our sponsors who make each and every broadcast possible. We have the Tony Basso Auto Group, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, and BP Sports, 2 Jacks Pizza, McKell, Chris Jansen and Wise, Attorneys at Law, Prime Mortgage Lending, and Lance Wilson State Farm Insurance. So 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for Maple Mountain. Cam Dorney will lead the offense out here.
Yeah, this is where you really need to see that senior leadership at Dorney. Again, as we've noted, Ryan, like the game kind of is a bit out of hand here, but this is an opportunity for you to rally the troops, show them that you can drive down the field and get some points.
Dorney back to throw, and this time incomplete, looking for Harness out of the backfield.
Yeah, not a bad thought there, just to try and get some quick yardage, but unfortunately just a bit of a bad throw. But, you know, again, I think that's a good option. Just go ahead and get your running back out in the flat, see if he can get some yards after the catch. You know, you can't fault him for that play call.
2nd down and 10, 5:47 to go here in the second quarter, or here in the fourth quarter, I should say here. 2nd down and 10, Dorney back to throw, now pulls it down, looking to try to get to the outside. He's at the 20, makes the man miss, and escorted, hits hard at the 24-yard line. That was number 99, that's Merriman getting in there. And nice job, it'll be 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, again, nice job there by Dorney. I think that, again, there's been a couple throws where I've been like, ooh, maybe you should just run. And that's exactly what he did there, is go ahead, use your legs, use your athleticism to at least get something. Make it a positive play. So nice job there by the senior quarterback to just go ahead, get the positive yards, and make it a little bit less daunting here on 3rd down.
3rd down and 7. They need to get to the 30 in order to move the chains. Cole Christensen to the bottom of your screen. Keep an eye on him here right now, matched up with Sam Stone. Back to throw, Dorney with some time, steps up, has some green in front of him, and he'll run one-on-one with a WoodsCross Wildcat. He'll be short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down, but a heads-up play there by Cam Dorney to go through his reads and realize really getting what I can here on the ground is probably the best thing.
Absolutely, and this is something that Dorney needs to continue to do. You look through your progressions, you see, oh, covered, oh, covered, oh, covered. Use my athletic ability to go ahead and get the yards that I can get. Now it's only 2 yards to go here on 4th.
4th down and 2 right now. Maple Mountain will go for it. Dorney from the shotgun. Harness in the backfield to his left. Dorney back to throw. Steps up. Looks over the middle. Throws that one high. It's incomplete. And that will bring up that will be a turnover on downs. It will give the football back to WoodsCross, and with 4:09 to go, a lot of Justice Samuelu probably coming. WoodsCross probably going to want to choose some clock and get out of here with a W.
Oh, absolutely. That was a great stand there by the WoodsCross defense. A decent throw there by Dorney, but just not stable enough of a catch there. And so WoodsCross is going to be able to trot on the field, be able to burn some clock here, and they're still well in their field, and so they also could potentially even put some more points on the board here.
4:09 to go here in the 4th quarter. Samuelu and Nagel in the backfield for the Wildcats of WoodsCross. Samuelu gets the call on 1st down, and Samuelu able to dive ahead and get about 3 down to the 25-yard line. But the most important numbers right now isn't necessarily the yard markers that Samuelu and the WoodsCross Wildcats gets, but really right now is going to be chewing up the rest of the 3:50 on the clock here in the 4th quarter.
Yep, that's the number that matters right now. You've already got the lead here. Good, comfortable 17-point lead here. Now it's just eating up that clock, and as Father Time is definitely on their side at this point.
2nd down and 8, Samuelu to the right there of Nagel in the backfield. Johnson goes in motion. They're going to give it to him. There's a penalty marker that comes in. Now I think another one came flying in from the sideline. Nonetheless, though, potentially a procedure call there. And it will be there against WoodsCross. The tough part with that will stop the clock as well.
Yeah, that definitely hurts WoodsCross, and it's just a simple thing where it's just
a legal shift, it looks like. And Maple Mountain will decline it. Bring up 3rd down. Not a big gain there by Johnson on the sweep, but nonetheless right now 3rd down.
Yeah, at this point the down is more important because it was such a short gain there. Like, you'd rather go ahead and move on to 3rd down, hopefully hold them for 4th.
3rd down and 3rd down and 11. Nagel over the middle, in and out of the hands of Jordan Johnson. That will bring up 4th and 11 right there. That was one right in the breadbasket for Jordan Johnson. He just couldn't quite bring it in.
It's crazy because he's made some really impressive catches in this game. Like, he's climbed the ladder, got some up in the air. He's made some nice ones over at the sideline. This one was one that it kind of felt like a gimme, and somehow it bounced off, and he didn't corral it in. That's a big break for Maple Mountain.
4th down and 10 coming up here for WoodsCross. Wildcats will go for it right here. Looking for around the 18-yard line for a 1st down. 4 wide receivers. That's Thomas who went in motion. That one's thrown out there, short and incomplete. Looking for Jordan Johnson, and WoodsCross will turn it over on downs and give the football back to Maple Mountain with 2:59 to play here in the 4th quarter. An opportunity to build on some positive momentum the rest of the way for Maple Mountain and get ready for Uinta next week.
I agree. Like, this was a huge stand for the defense. They have to be proud of themselves. Like, they are deep in their own territory, and they were able to hold a really potent WoodsCross offense to a turnover on downs. Like, that's something that you can take into next week and be like, all right, we were able to do this. We were able to hold a really good offense right there. And so if they can build off of that, that's great. And then hopefully here with this drive on offense, they can also have something to build off of for next week.
Dorney rolls out, steps up, throws on the middle, has a man. That's Cole Christensen. That will be enough for a 1st down to right around the 40-yard line. A nice job there. You're seeing a common theme with the quarterbacks. They're not able to throw up over the top. They're having to throw kind of bullets over the middle.
Yeah. Just with the wind how it is, you've got to just be slinging it to go against the wind, and that was an absolute bullet. Fastball right down the middle to Christensen, and a nice job by Christensen to hold on to that one.
1st and 10 at the 40, 2:39 to go here in the 4th quarter. Dorney from shotgun, back to throw, looks over the middle, has his man. That's Worthington, who will get down to the 49-yard line. That will be good enough for a first down. A nice job there, back-to-back first downs. And Cam Dorney just going back to what worked earlier on in the ball game, just attacking that middle.
Yeah, absolutely great play there by Dorney, and a nice catch by Worthington. Again, nothing doing. Quickly get the snap up, boom, throwing it, getting gains.
1st and 10, Dorney back to throw over the middle, looking for Worthington, this time incomplete. Over the middle, just out in front of him, and that will bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Yep, that one sailed on him. It was very similar to the previous play, but just a little bit more on it. Worthington not able to hang on to it. But that is the kind of play that they need to see. They need to be opening up that middle of the field, because if they can do that, then you can start looking at some of the boundary plays.
2nd and 10, ball will be on the WoodsCross Wildcats 48-yard line here. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in the 4th quarter. The ending of this one, just right now, Maple Mountain still running their offense, still doing those, trying to move the football here in the 4th quarter.
Again, you got to take whatever positive thing you can from the game, and this offense actually has done a good job of moving the ball, and so they've got to be proud of themselves.
Dorney takes a shot down the field there. That one incomplete, I believe. Looking for Cole Christensen out there. No, that's number 8. That is going to be Tyler Nelson. Nelson listed also as the backup quarterback. Will play some wide receiver. We've seen him out there a couple of times tonight. I think this is the first time he's been targeted, though, and when incomplete brings up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, unfortunate there. It's nice to see Nelson on the field, getting some reps, getting some opportunities there at receiver. Obviously, the backup quarterback as well, being able to use that athleticism that he has. So we'll see what they can dial up here on 3rd down.
Be 3rd and 10, ball on the 48-yard line. 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. Back to throw with some time. Dorney steps up, throws this one high, in and out of the hands. There, I believe that was Chandler Wills, the intended receiver. And that will bring up 4th and 10 for Maple Mountain.
The wind. The wind is just hurting Dorney here on this drive. You can just see where there's times where the wind just kind of carries these balls just a little bit. So you saw the one with Worthington, and now this one right here on this play where it was right there, he's open, but just enough that it goes over the hands.
4th and 10, ball on the 48-yard line right now for Maple Mountain. Golden Eagles trying to find a way to keep this ball game alive and get a first down right here.
Spreading them out here. 5 wide receiver set.
Dorney back to throw with some time, steps up, rolls away, looks downfield. Dorney takes off. He'll have a first down and more. Cuts back into the middle, still on his feet. Cuts back inside again, down to about the 24-yard line. Cam Dorney showing the wheels right there. Gets inside the 25, down to about the 24.
There's the electric play that this offense has been waiting for. Absolutely great play here by Dorney. Again, looking through his progressions, doesn't see anything, and then just uses his athletic ability to get some great yards there.
First down and 10, ball on the 24-yard line. 5 wide receivers. Dorney back to throw with some time, taking a shot for Christensen in the end zone, but overthrew him to the corner, and that will bring up a 2nd and 10.
Again, it's just, you're not seeing Dorney underthrow at all in this game. It's all overthrows, which part of that is the wind, but I think a part of it is also, again, like, this is the first week. You're not quite sure how fast your receivers are running. You don't know fully where they like being when they run routes. And so it's going to take some time. And these are the kind of things that you would expect in a first game of the year kind of thing.
2nd down and 10, ball on the 24-yard line. Maple Mountain right now has 1:44 to build on the positive things they've done. The Golden Eagles, I believe, are back home next Friday night for Uinta. And now whistles blow, timeout Golden Eagles with 1:44 to go in the 4th quarter. You can tell if right now, if you're Maple Mountain, you want to use these moments still. These coaches are still coaching. They're still, it's week 1. And the thing that with preseason football here in the state of Utah, your region record is what dictates everything to go to the state playoffs. So you really need to use the 4 or 5 games you have in non-region to prepare you for that.
Absolutely. It's so important. That's why you scheduled these types of games right at the beginning of the season. You've got a WoodsCross who's a solid team, excellent program. That's why you bring this type of team in here, is it gives you reps, it gives you opportunities to see how you can do against a good defense, a good offense. Gives you opportunity to see that your players are progressing, that they're learning, that they're understanding the playbook, they know their assignments. These are key things that you've got to do with these opening games.
2nd down and 10, ball on the 24-yard line. Dorney ready to go here for Maple Mountain. Kyson Hall goes in motion. Back to throw. Dorney looking over the middle for Hall. Incomplete over his head. Right there, it was number 12. That was Evan Blanchard for WoodsCross that was in the vicinity there of the overthrow. Almost there for the interception. He'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Yep, just a little more touch on that, which, again, it's difficult because of the wind. You really are having to kind of sling it, but it is unfortunate because you're seeing a lot of overthrows here in this drive for Dorney, but you can also see that he is improving. Like, you see that he's going through his progressions. You see that he's using his feet when he needs to. He's going ahead and throwing the ball away when he needs to. So you're seeing a lot of good positives out of Dorney in this game, which is great for Maple Mountain down the road.
3rd down and 10. They're going to go with 3 wide receivers over the middle, in and out of the hands of Braden Worthington. Popped up into the sky and falls incomplete. 4th down. That, again, one that hit Braden Worthington right in the hands.
That one hurts. That one hurts because that one you expect your tight end to be able to bring that one down right in the hands. That was a great throw by Dorney. Everything about that play worked out just well, but unfortunately Worthington not able to bring that one down. Now you're looking at 4th down.
Be 4th down and 10, ball on the 24-yard line for Maple Mountain. Golden Eagles trying to find a way to convert here. 1:34 to go, 4th quarter. Christensen to the very top of your screen. Kyson Hall there to the bottom for Maple Mountain. Hall goes in motion. Back to throw with some time. Dorney looking over the middle. Has Kyson Hall at the 10 to the 5, and he'll be down to about the 2-yard line. A nice job there for Kyson Hall as he finds his way inside the 5.
Yeah, that was a nice job there, as you see here on the instant replay. A nice drop by Dorney. Definitely locks in on Hall, who makes a nice catch there. Gets his body adjusted to it. Gets his hands on the ball and gets a nice chunk play there.
Maple Mountain trying to go quickly, and the flags right now go right here, and we'll see. It's going to be offsides against
WoodsCross is going to be the call, and that's going to move it half the distance, so move it to about the 1, I believe.
Smart. I mean, anytime you can advance the ball a little bit using offsides, like, you might as well do it. So speed it up, catch WoodsCross off balance there. Nice job.
1st and goal from the 1 here for Maple Mountain. Lewis will be in the backfield here. Luke Henderson, also number 7, in the backfield. And Dorney in the pistol formation. Lewis straight ahead from the 1, and touchdown Maple Mountain. Javen Lewis in from a yard out, a nice touchdown there. And we'll see now Maple Mountain trailing by 11, so they'll have to... We'll see whether they're just going to go for the 1 here. Get it back to it. Either way, it's a 2-possession game, so.
Yeah, just go ahead and take the point when you can get it.
Hayden Nielsen with the point after touchdown, and the kick is through. That one went high up into that wind, and now you get the fortunate part for Maple Mountain. You can probably go for the onside kick, and the fortunate thing, you don't have to kick it high into the air.
Yeah, don't have to deal with the wind on an onside kick necessarily, so. We'll see how well they are able to execute it, though.
Can be hard. It's hard at any level, but especially at the high school level, because you have a couple of different ways you can play. You can kick it basically straight into the ground, bounce it up, and then hope, your tallest guy goes and can high point the ball. You can really kind of do the kind of a squib kick kind of thing. There's a variety of different ways. We'll see how Maple Mountain wants to play it. Let's take a moment here on Spanish Fork 17 to thank our sponsors for making this broadcast possible each and every Friday night.
We've got the Tony Basso Auto Group, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, MVP Sports, 2 Jack's Pizza, Mikkel Christiansen Wise Attorneys at Law, Prime Mortgage Lending, and State Farm Lance Wilson.
1:18 to go here in the 4th quarter. And now you're going to have Maple Mountain going for the onside kick. They're going to have someone hold it. I believe it's going to be number 21. That's Clay Dean, who's been handling the kickoffs. They're not going to have someone hold it. They don't really want to because that takes one guy away from recovering the onside kick. So now we'll see here what they end up doing, and the ball falls off the tee. They may have no choice but to have someone hold it here.
Yeah, that's going to be the safe play. Like, honestly, like, you've got to be able to kick it off. And so the wind is so crazy that you're going to have someone hold it, and then you're just going to have to hopefully maybe adjust with that and hope that you can still be able to get good enough of a kick that you're giving yourself a shot here on recovery.
Minute 18 to go. Maple Mountain trying to recover the onside kick. Here we go. They kick it up into the air. The ball is loose, but it's going to be picked up and recovered here by WoodsCross with 1:16 to go. And WoodsCross I don't think they quite take a knee yet. I think Maple Mountain does have a couple timeouts, but we'll see here what WoodsCross wants to do. The Wildcats, though, Andrew, looks like they're going to come down here and leave Spanish Fork here 1-0.
Yeah, they are. They most likely are at this point with the 10-point lead, and they've been a very impressive squad. It's been a delight watching them. I think that they've got a great running back there, and just also I've been impressed with their quarterback play too. Nagel's done a great job of kind of using his feet to get out of the pocket, doing a good job of managing the game. Samuelu obviously has been the star of this game, but Nagel's been an important part too.
The night for Nagel is done, as there's the sweep there. I believe that was Brandon Dunn on the carry there, on the sweep. Sorry, that was not Dunn. That was Luke Hyde, it looks like, number 18. As WoodsCross has gone to the bench. Number 13, the backup quarterback, Carter Wireman, will come in, number 13, to run the offense here with 1:11 to go here in the fourth quarter. Wardell gets the carry, and he is met and dropped in the backfield as Ezra Pendleton, number 77, got there immediately and drops him in the backfield. And that will bring up third down and about 14 here. With 1:04 to go, Maple Mountain using a timeout.
Inspired defense there. They definitely saw that run play right from the get-go and just absolutely swarmed him. With a minute left, obviously you just want to see fight. You want to see your defense trying, meeting their assignments, doing everything they can to give the offense another drive here potentially. Like, this is about effort. This is about having heart right now. And Maple Mountain is definitely showing that with their previous drive on offense, and now right now with this defensive stand.
1:04 to go. Right here, it's going to be third down and 16 coming up.
And it is fun to see WoodsCross being able to bring in some of their backups here, getting the backup quarterback some reps here. Looks like we got a touchdown here quickly.
Looks like a football got off the Maple Mountain bench onto the field. I see that in baseball all the time. The ball gets away from the bullpen, but I don't see it a ton in high school football.
Yeah, it's that wind.
Third down and 16. Wardell gets the carry, trying to turn the corner, and he is met by Caden Crother and dropped to the 35-yard line. And with 55 seconds, that clock will continue to run. I think Maple Mountain now out of timeouts. And so it'll be fourth down and 16. WoodsCross can use the full 25 seconds, though, before snapping the football. So Maple Mountain has a shot. They'll get the football back for sure. It's just a matter of how much time will be left for the Golden Eagles with the football.
Yeah, so they can still make this a respectable game, you know. It has been. Like, to only lose to a WoodsCross team by 10 points is pretty impressive. But I also want to talk about that tackle there. Crowther absolutely laid out to get that tackle. I've loved his effort in this game. He's really been a defensive stalwart in this game, kind of all over the place, finding the ball, doing a good job of being a good assignment sound player.
WoodsCross will take a timeout with 17.4. Following the ball game, don't leave us. We'll have a quick post-game wrap-up, and we'll have our MVP Sports MVP of the game for the first time of the 2018-2019 school year here, which should be fun. So stay tuned here on Spanish Fork 17 for that one. We'll also have a quick preview of next week's matchup between Spanish Fork and Springville. And there we go. We're starting to see the rain fall down here in Spanish Fork, which should make it for a fun drive for me back home to Provo.
Yeah, it's going to be all sorts of exciting.
You and me have pretty similar drives, so,
yeah.
You know, should be fun as that rain starts to come down. I was concerned it was going to start earlier. We might have some delay, but something strikes me we can get through the next 17 seconds.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine.
WoodsCross will punt it away. Low snap picked up, and they're going backwards. Dropped in the backfield there. Believe I couldn't see who came on for the pump, but Carson K, number 74, looked to get in there on the stop. And with 12 seconds left, Maple Mountain will have an opportunity here to try to see what they could do, but they might just. My guess is probably take a shot or two at the end zone.
Yeah, you might as well. Go ahead and give yourself a shot to put some points on the board, reduce the deficit a little bit. Again, it's about building that momentum for next week. And if you can be able to come away with some points here, build up and say, hey, we were within one possession of a really great WoodsCross team, that's going to feel really good going into the game against Uinta.
An opportunity for Maple Mountain to, they lost last year to Uinta on the road, I believe 16-13. Back to throw, Dorney with some time, stepping up, looking over the middle, has a man that's caught down inside the 5. I believe that is Kyson Hall again with 6 seconds left on the clock. Maple Mountain going quickly. The clock will begin to run here once the ball is set. Dorney from underneath right here. They'll start the clock. Dorney quickly spikes it, and that takes it down to 3.2. So Maple Mountain at this point, 2 scores, you're not going to get it in 3.2, but an opportunity like you talked about a lot, Andrew, at this point, building that momentum, building something positive here, taking away a lot of the positives and having that opportunity. These are the kind of games you want to play. You want to play competitive games, and I think really for the most part, you take away those 2 turnovers here, and we'll talk a little bit more in the postgame. You take away those 2 turnovers there in that third quarter, and this is a very competitive one-score ball game.
Absolutely, and as we've been saying, there is so much positive to take from this game with Maple Mountain, and looks like now we're ready for that last play.
3.2 on the clock. Dorney back to throw with some time, steps up. He's going to try to run. He's dropped at the 8, and the clock will expire. And whistles are blowing here. And this one, it looks like, trying to make sure there's not a flag down, but it doesn't look like there is. And this one looks like it comes to an end. WoodsCross comes out on top, 35-25 over Maple Mountain here at Maple Mountain High School. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll recap this one, have the MVP Sports MVP of the game. You're watching high school football, Spanish Fork 17.
Hi, welcome to 2 Jack's Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to 2 Jack's Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet? MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork.
I definitely recommend the Driggs team. They're amazing.
Hi, my name is Greg Driggs. I'm the local manager for Prime Mortgage Lending, where our motto is find a path to yes. Stop by our office today on Main Street and let us help you get into your brand new home.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Wild Mustangs. They're supposed to be one of the most gentle creatures in nature.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these. That's why more people save money by combining their home and auto with State Farm.
Call State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if it does happen, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Contact Mike at McKell, Christiansen, and Wise.
Well, the two teams shake hands, and the first game of the high school football season in most parts of the state, Andrew, have included. Maple Mountain drops this one by a final of 35-25 to the WoodsCross Wildcats. And really, what was a game where it's kind of, we talked about it at halftime, kind of trading blows in that first half. A very competitive ball game, but really what separated it, WoodsCross found a way to win that second half.
The third quarter was really the difference for it, Ryan. Like those 2 turnovers that really made it so WoodsCross was in a really easy position to get some easy points. That really swung the game for them.
It was one of those games where you had that moment, those little moments, and you don't always look at it, but those 2 turnovers didn't just give WoodsCross the ball. They gave them, you had the fumble at the 25-yard line, you had the punt that went straight up and straight down. Even though it wasn't a turnover, it gave them an extra possession where they had favorable field position, and they were able to find a way to punch it in for 6, and those things really start to add up. When you look at Maple Mountain as a team that struggled last year, went 0-10, they're 0-1 now with the loss tonight. How do you focus on those positive things? 'Cause there was a lot of positive that we saw. This is probably one of the more competitive football games we saw from Maple Mountain. Compared to last year, this is probably one of the more competitive football games.
Oh, absolutely. I think there's so many positives you can take from this game. You think of Dorney, what he was able to do in tough situations. He was phenomenal. Like, he did a good job of using his legs to get out of trouble at times. And for the most part, his throws were pretty good. A little bit of struggles in the second half with overthrows, but for the most part, the offense was able to move the ball. The defense showed flashes of being able to stop. They had that big stop in the fourth quarter that really kind of gave them some juice, gave them an opportunity to be able to cut the deficit. And so lots of good positive things to take from this game.
It'll be interesting to see going into their next contest at Uinta. Let's talk our MVP Sports MVP of the game like always. Definitely a lot of different people you could go with tonight, but we went with Jacob Harness. You talk about the opportunity. Maple Mountain needed to fill a void in that running game. You don't want your quarterback to be your leading rusher, and they found probably a couple of guys that can carry the rock, but Jacob Harness really stuck out with the game he had.
He really did. He did such a great job of running between the tackles. He was a power runner, and they needed that. They need to be able to establish that kind of running game if they're going to be competing in their region. And so it's going to be important that Harness not only is a big part of their offense, but he is the kind of focal point that then allows them to use Dorney's passing ability and eventually his rushing ability too. Like, you still want to be able to use that dual threat ability that he has, but so important to establish the run game, which is exactly what Harness did, and he had the 2 touchdowns in this game. So yeah, that is my MVP in this game.
Should be fun and interesting to see. We have another game, though, coming up next week here on Spanish Fork 17. The Spanish Fork Dons opened up tonight up at Ridgeline. Last time I saw, they were trailing in that one to the Ridgeline Riverhawks. Next week, go back on the road. This time, they stay in the county. They're going up to Springville to take on the Red Devils, who are struggling down with Dixie tonight as well. An interesting matchup between, you have 5A versus 4A. You have 2 rivals that are relatively close. It's one of the more, I believe, longer standing rivalries in the state of Utah. It will be very interesting to see. Both teams have some questions. Spanish Fork, new quarterback with Parker Swenson. They have a really good defense, but it should be a fun one here on Spanish Fork 17. You always know Springville's got that consistency. It should be fun.
Elite programs both. Like, it's just fun to watch these types of programs go against each other, even though they aren't in the same division. It's fun. It's an old rivalry that many people in Utah know, and it's just both programs are at such a great place right now that those types of games, they're just fun to watch. And so we hope that everyone tunes in to that one on Friday.
That'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff here on Spanish Fork 17. We are going to say so long tonight from Maple Mountain High School, where tonight the WoodsCross Wildcats come out with a 35-25 victory over Maple Mountain. For our entire Spanish Fork Community Network team, I'm Ryan Pickens saying so long here from Maple Mountain, and we will see you next Friday night from Springville.
You're a nice boy. Let me tell you a fortune. Maybe you got big horns over you. Oh, don't fall on your face, you jerk. Tell you a fortune.
I've been amused.